Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck to Sim live stream. Today it's the 19th of March 2020, 2 weeks since the last public stream when we went around in the Twin Otter. And, well, what's happened in between then and now? Unbelievable. What is going on in the world? COVID-19, coronavirus, unprecedented disruption for everyone. For those of you on follow my social media, you might have seen me make a post on Monday morning, being a little bit concerned about my job and stuff. I think now, 5 days later, we all need to be concerned and do what's right and follow the advice from our national governments. But yeah, thank you for all the private messages I got regarding what's going on with my employment at the moment. There's no word. The news from management of my company is quite positive. I'm very likely to keep my job. There will be obviously some sort of unpaid leave or something like that. But yeah, at least I have this to fall back onto. So who knows? I might become a full-time live streamer in a few weeks' time. God knows what's going to happen. But no, thank you all for your concerns. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than anyone anticipated. And I hope you're all staying safe, following the advice from your respective governments. And the advice they seem to be giving is based off all factual information. Yeah, I don't know anyone personally who isn't affected by this. It's incredible, really. But yeah, we won't sidetrack too much. We'll concentrate what we're here for, and that's the flight simming, the flying, and again, sharing everything with you. I went back to work on Monday, my first time after 3.5 months. I had 3 days in the sim, a refresher sim, because I hadn't flown anything for 4 months, a training day, and my license proficiency check was yesterday, which I passed. You're probably pleased to hear. So my license is all fresh and valid. I am the most up-to-date pilot in my airline now. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. There'll be some limited flying, obviously, for the next few weeks, but I'm looking forward to get back flying as soon as I possibly can. Great to see lots of the members here. Tim Waters, Sabat Mastery. I can see here's Brian Kruger, Goose Boy. See here, Mr. Lancel. I want to tip to you, but the times are desperate. That's a good friend of mine who's also a captain. I've known for years. But we're being tight on money at the moment, are we? Anthony Teals here as well. Great to see all you guys as well. But yeah, thank you very much for popping in. So we're here in Belfast. Scenery's from AD Spark, so I've actually got his scenery from Glasgow. And I thought we'd make our way over to Hamburg today. I bought the scenery today because it was on promotion in the X-Plane store from Just Sim. It only cost me about $15 or so. But yeah, unlike a lot of my flights, we are all set up, ready to go. I'm going to do all the briefing, the performance calculations, discuss the route as well. I ventured back online. We'll see what happens. It's great to see some of my colleagues here. As you well know, I do these members group flights with Alpaca 621 here, Alpaca 322 Yankee. They've got a couple of other aircraft there too. Weather-wise, we are 12 hours... time-wise, we're 12 hours behind live time. So right now, in the world, in the UK here, it's 6 minutes past 6. In the sim here, it's 6 minutes past 6 in the morning. Just so we can enjoy the Ortho 4XP as we head southeast today towards Germany. Right, so we'll jump into the flight deck. We're all pretty much ready to go. Weather conditions here are quite nice. We've got a wind coming in from the north, 10k, few clouds at 2,800, 7 degrees. At high pressure, we've had a lot of bad weather, obviously, in Europe at the moment. So it's great to have some settled weather for once. We are going to take off of runway 25 today. It is a slight tailwind, but I think it is the favoured departure for Belfast. I've never flown into Aldergrove before, but I have been to Hamburg, so hopefully I'll be reasonably familiar when we get there a little bit closer. But anyway, let's have a look at all the things before we get going. So here's the airport chart. Here we are, Belfast Aldergrove in Northern Ireland. We're on stand 29 here in the corner. We'll push back probably into this area. I'm not sure. Face east. We'll go Yankee Lima, and then we'll depart runway 25. Now, quite interestingly, on my operators' charts, they don't actually have any published SIDs, but on the Jeppesen charts, they do have this SID where we're going to take off, and then we'll make a left turn at around 1,000 feet, and we'll just route direct to Lisbo, and then we're going to go Ringa, Babgoose, Silda to the Isle of Man, and then we'll carry on the rest of the routing. There's no mentions of stop levels. There's no ATC here at the moment, so we'll just go straight up to flight level 390. Routing-wise, we are going to be going... Let me try and find I'm looking for. There we are. So we're going to be going southeast towards north of Wales, south of Liverpool, across the middle of the UK. There's the Wash. I'm from around this part of the world. North Sea and Amsterdam, Germany. And there is... where we go? Hamburg. I forgot we're going there. Avitab is still not working. I have been speaking to someone in Avitab. They said they know there's an issue with it. It's likely going to be fixed during, they said, version 4, the release of Project Flight. But calling anyone out there, if you want to make... I see a lot of flight histories have a nice little overlay up here. I might do something like that in the future. We'll see. But I'll keep you updated. Flight time is in the region of 1 hour, 30 minutes. So yeah, FMC is all loaded. We'll just get the APU started as well. Up it comes, and did I just see some master caution? Oh yeah, low pressure, that's normal. Need the electric hydraulic pumps on, that's why. We're going to cruise up to flight level 390. Performance-wise, we've got 119 passengers. That's allowing for a zero fuel weight of 53.3. It's just the CG, which I didn't do, which will go under here. Performance takeoff, not that one. It's payload. CG is 20.6. It's going to be 5.75. V-speeds are set. So we'll just set the trim here. There we are. Good stuff. So that's all set. Looks like the APU is about to go on the bus any time soon. Captain K, Peterkin, hey, how are you, flight? It's absolutely fine, thank you very much. Doing well. Haven't lost my job yet. It's going to get very quiet the next few weeks. I hope it's only weeks, guys. APU's on the bus. We can get rid. Well, no, we don't need to get rid of the GPU because it's already there in the stand. Yeah, fuel-wise, sorry, we've taken 7.3 tons. It's an extra 30 minutes on top of flight plan fuel because, you know, VATSIM, anything could possibly happen. And the flight plan is just... Oh, I always get flipping muddled up here. Let's go to page 1. There we go, there's a bit of fuel, 6.1. So I've taken 7.3, 1,200 kilos. That's good enough for 30 minutes at holding around 1,500 feet or so. So that is all looking good. We'll pop that on now. Packs can go on auto. Will come off very shortly. That should be on steady. We'll pop the logo light on because it is night time. And we probably should tune up Unicom here and tell traffic that we are pushing back soon. Let's just get the pushback organised here first. So ground services, better pushback, request pushback.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Very posh. Thank you very much to Positive Rate, who's one of my members, Caden's, who's got an interesting reputation on my group flights of causing chaos. No, I'm only joking. Thank you very much for the donation there, and thank you again for the continued support. Appreciate that, buddy. Awesome. Right, so enter to accept plan. Oh no! Oh crikey!
Ground to cockpit.
Over there.
So is driving up.
And then we'll just request pushback. Matteo Benaviti, does the APU need to cool down before turning off the APU bleed? So when you turn the APU bleed off, you need to wait a minute for the APU to shut down, and the APU takes a minute to shut down anyway, but there's no time limit really. Home, Avitab. We'll go to... What was I wanting to do? Yeah, it was shut the doors, wasn't it? So ground services. We can retract the air stairs, and doors we can close. Close, close, close. Excellent work, ground staff.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Carl Sangre, I hope you're doing well as well. Greetings to you. I hope you're staying nicely isolated, and I hope your recovery is going well as well. Yes, we're going very social distancing 2 weeks ago, guys. I'll just say thanks. Sorry to Chris. Thank you very much for your membership. Welcome to the channel as a member. I'm glad you enjoy the content, and you'll be automatically invited to the members only Discord. Thank you very much. So yeah, as I was saying, 2 weeks ago, I was a bit of skeptical about this whole thing. I just thought, yeah, it's a flu, blah blah blah. But no, I'm more read into it. The more it's obviously impacted. It's a serious thing. There's no cure. I think most people can get this.
And bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Most people can get this coronavirus, but obviously we need to make sure the people most susceptible cannot get it. So I'd be confident that if we got a dose, we'd be completely fine. But no, I think it is important to keep away to stop this from spreading. But it's been just crazy. Like Italy, 500 deaths a day, isn't it now? It's insane. So we'll see. We'll see what can happen. Right. Anyway, we've got the pushback sorted. Packs off. Anti-collision light is on. Parking brake is set. Transponder. We'll go to out off. Thank you very much to Harold Ullery, who's just became as a member. Really appreciate it, and welcome. I hope you enjoy the members only content, which you'll get through just Discord. And David B, thank you very much as well for the £2 donation for the Out of Work Pilots Benevolent Fund. Thank you very much. Myself and Yannick, you will see in the chat as well. We appreciate that. We'll put that in the tin before we go busking the next few days to see what we could generate. Right, we'll get the pushback off, releasing the parking brake. We'll just say Unicorn we're pushing back as well. Alpaca
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
On stand 29, pushing back for runway 25. Right, so on our way, we're leaving a few minutes ahead of schedule because I was torn between doing a full setup, but I just wanted to get everything done there because there's a lot of stuff to punch into the FMC. And the sun is rising in X-Plane 11, nicely.
50.
2 donations coming in here. I've just seen the latest one, but I just want to say thanks to Gary Hughes for the £5. Thank you. That's the First Officer's Jack's refreshment worst whilst in Hamburg. Thank you very much. Jack, of course, will be very appreciative of that. But lastly, I just want to say thank you very much to V1 Simulations, who's returning the favour by donating $10 US. He says, you're still the king of London City, but I have my notepad for some 737 tips. We'll be binge watching your vids because I take the ZIBO up again. Stay safe, bud. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, V1 Simulations is the Airbus equivalent streamer of what I do. He's a real life Airbus captain flying out in the US. Doing what I do, so you know, I occasionally stream in the A319, the tow list. Do not watch my videos for any advice, but go check him out if you want to accurately fly the Airbus. And as you well know, I took the Airbus, I think, into to London City about 3 months ago, and he replicated that flight in the Airbus, and I donated $10 to him saying, look, you've got to get less than I did. I'm not even an Airbus pilot, so I managed to do it -90, and I think he did slightly harder. I didn't actually take a look at that, but no, thank you very much, V1 Simulations, for popping in, and I hope you're staying safe and your employer is keeping you informed of everything.
Set parking brake.
Right, there's starting engine number 2. Parking brake is set.
50.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Excellent. Thank you very much as well to Jay, who's just donated $7 Canadian dollars. Thank you. I'm doing my Rebel watching the stream at work. Excellent, Jay. Don't get caught if you have to rush off to the toilet or some back closet. Do it to make sure you keep up to date with what's going on. Thank you very much for the donation there. Right, starter cutout, monitoring engine number 2. We've got 20%, EGT's around 400, N2 60%, and fuel flow's good. We'll now start engine number 1. All looking good. Slightly, nearly double, and almost went off the end. I did notice it was a slightly elongated touchdown, but I've done several of those on here. Certainly would have gone around in plenty of my streams in reality. Right, N2 is increasing.
Tow is disconnected. A bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
So what I'm trying to do there is when I move the start lever, my operator, well, the Boeing bulletin actually, try and check the spar valve, make sure we get the correct illumination of that going from dim to bright and off. Otherwise we have to go get that reported to the engineers. Right, so that's good timing. We've just started the first engine. He's going to show us the bypass pin, so it's all working out well. Starter cutout, monitoring engine number 1. And that is all looking stable. Right, generators now can come on the bus. APU's off. Start switches continuous. Propede on. Packs are auto. Isolation valve auto. APU bleeds off. Flaps. We'll have 5 for departure. And controls, full forward, full back, left, centre, right, centre. Here comes the rudders. Full right, centre, full left, centre. Recall. Blank the lower DU, and we would then accomplish the before taxi checklist, which you can find here very helpfully in the ZIBO mod. Remember, that's the flow I've just completed. The first officer, my operator, would then read that checklist prior to taxiing on stand. Right, we'll now taxi to holding point runway 25. We'll get the chart out as well. We're going to be going out of here via Lima and then all the way to the hold point Alpha, which is just here. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot taxiing holding point runway 25. Right, so there's parking brake released, config, no takeoff configuration warning horn. Let's go on our way to Hamburg. So the reason I chose Hamburg, actually, I can see they should have a full suite of ATC later, which would be quite nice. Nice to come back here online and get some proper ATC, and hopefully I've got some of our Alpaca colleagues on the way as well. That's that. I think that's a record. Like 18 minutes into the stream, we're already taxiing. It's usually about 40 minutes, especially in an aircraft I'm not flying. I'm hoping to stream again at the weekend. We are, well, obviously we have no plans. We're keeping very quiet, and I'm actually off next week anyway. Window heat comes in. Oh yeah, well spotted. Who spotted that? Ryan Lacey, well done. You won today's prize for what I forgot on the overhead panel today. Congratulations. There's always something I forget, and on purpose. And you're the winner. Well done. I'll pop the window heat on. Excellent. I'll let you look there for a good couple of seconds to see if I might have forgotten anything else. I cannot confirm or deny that. There's Easy 17 going there. See if he'll give way. I don't mind either way. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot will give way to the EasyJet 17. Trimmer. Well. Well done. There we go. Excellent. Well spotted. See, sometimes when I do these setups during the sim, yeah, positive rate, you found me. Definitely not a real pilot. Oh, thank you very much as well to Icefire, another one of my members who's just come with a generous donation. Thank you for the $10 US. He says, hope you get back in the air soon, bud, but if not, maybe this can go for the pot for the sim session stream. Well, thank you very much, Icefire. Yes, if I can end up getting something sorted, you'll obviously be the first to know, guys. But yeah, thank you very much, Icefire, for the continued support. I appreciate that. Fort M, when did the logo lights come on? Hours of darkness. So we turn it on at my operator. Whenever you're below 10,000 feet, the logo lights on at all stages. Kick my cat. It's also a bit hot in the back, is it? 20 degrees. We'll take that. 19, 18. Bit cold, actually. Let's put them up a bit. Right, good time now to do the before takeoff checklist. So config we checked. Flaps we have. 5 green light, stab trim set for departure, 5.8 units set, takeoff briefing, the packs are, auto bleeds are on, V-speeds are set for departure, 35, 36, 39 set. We are not really flying a SID, we're going to climb straight ahead runway heading until 1200 feet, 1000 feet AGL. And then we'll make a left turn. We're going to route direct to Lisbo at or above 4,000 feet. Just make sure we don't going off the end of the taxiway here. And then we'll make a further left turn 116, then to Ringer, Bagbu, Silda, Isle of Man. Climbing straight up to the flight level 390 because there's nothing, no one here on Vancy, on the ATC there. So that's it. NADP2, and that's reviewed. We'll push this to make. Ask the cabin to make sure they're secure, and we'll manage it to secure as well. That's it. Check's complete. Thank you very much to a couple of donations there. Thanks, Jamlin. Again, another one of my members. You're being really kind, guys. Like, guys, members, please, you know, just the membership's fine. I might get fly the smallest in the Alpaca fleet around Hamburg for your arrival. Look out for a Tomahawk DR400. That's awesome, Jamlin. We'll keep an eye out for you doing circuits or bobbling around in VFR. That's awesome. And thank you very much to David Larson, who's also, I think, donated again in the past. That's very kind. 200 Swedish krona. Fingers crossed all in the aviation industry. Let's hope this mess is soon to be over with. Fly safe. Well, thank you very much. Not only in the aviation industry, I think lots of people are affected. Everyone in the leisure industry, restaurants, you know, it's incredible. I don't think anyone's lived like this since World War II, have they? It's crazy times, it really is. But no, thank you very much for the donation. A good friend of mine, you know, he's a light rigger for an events company. All the events have just been cancelled, so he's going to be made redundant at the end of the month. And another good friend of mine, he performs at the West End. All the West End shows have been cancelled. Lives in London. London is incredibly expensive to live in. He's got enough savings for a month or so, and yeah, it's just insane times, insane. Cool. So we'll wait until Easy gets rolling. Here we are at holding point Alpha 1 for runway 25. We'll set the parking brake here. Cool. Looks like Alpaca 621 is on his way. I think that's Dougal. Which reminds me, everyone, don't forget about the SimWings project. If you look at the video description below, there's a link there for a nice little thing run by Dougal. It's basically a fund to help people who perhaps aren't in the best or financial position to get into flight simming, and I believe the money goes towards assisting people with sceneries and other things as well, or a PC. Cool. That's an A321, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit longer. I said Tolis have got a new one of those, so probably I should end up getting the 321. We shall see. Oh, you're 622 Yankee and you're not flying. I wonder who that is. Right, anyway, let's imagine we've got our takeoff clearance. We'll pop the lights on. Doesn't appear to be anyone on final. Looking good. So, strobes coming on. Auto throttle LNAV. Oh no, heading selects all blank. We don't need LNAV. That's really, see what I did? That's force of habit, kind of like you've got to be careful if you're departing with heading select. You're so used to selecting LNAV, you can accidentally push it and then you have the wrong mode selected. So transponder to TARA, weather radar on. So MCP is set, transponders TARA, strobe lights are on, landing lights are on, checks are all complete. Vanilla Sky Gaming, is this the latest version of the ZIBO mod? Yes, we are in 340 release candidate 5. God, my lineups have gone to pot recently. I need to talk to ZIBO because I think the tiller's a lot slower than it used to be. It returns to centre really slowly. Right, there we are. Perfect. So we're all looking good. We'll start the timer. We'll let everyone know we're rolling, and let's make our way to Hamburg. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot taking off runway 25. So yeah, there's 40%. Wind, sorry, it's coming in from the north still at 10 knots. So we'll be using a little bit of aileron to maintain centre line. Right, stabilise, push toga, set takeoff thrust. Light forward pressure on the control column. There we are. Takeoff thrust is set. Indications are normal. Just letting left rudder to maintain centre line. We'll put a little bit of aileron into wind shortly.
80 knots.
Checked. We can neutralise the control column.
Shamrock 33 landing up runway 25.
There's on. Rotate. Here we go. A little bit later on into wind to keep the wing centre, and we are airborne. Once ready to climb, gear up, and onto the flight directors and trim.
400.
So heading select now is heading select departure. You might just want to put a little bit of heading into the wind just to make sure you track the runway centre line. Make sure you follow your flight directors. I'm going a little bit slower than I should be. So there we are, Command A, and we can bug up and we'll make a left turn just in the heading initially, and then I'll just update it direct to the first waypoint, which is Lisbo. Execute, and then we should be able to now go LNAV. There we are. Lovely. So we can now select flaps 1. And flaps up. Finley 793, Belfast is my local airport, awesome. No idea on the departure, it probably turned a little bit early.
Sulfur 61, line up running
We are now inbound direct to Lisbon. God, Joel, I will wave to you as you fly over my flat in Belfast, thank you. I'll wave back, there you go. Right, flaps up, no lights. We can now select VNAV set standard. Passing 3-4 for flight level 390 after takeoff checklist. So gears up and off, water brakes off. Start switches can come. Oops, so sensitive sometimes. Off. Air conditioning and pressurization. Diff pressures 2.0. Cabin altitudes climate. Auto bleeds on auto. They're all set. Little squidge of engine anti-ice. And we confirm standard set. Passing for flight level 390. We'll release the cabin crew. There we are. After takeoff checklist is complete. Trains, planes and games, flight data sim. Do you play Infinite Flight? No. This is the only flight sim I play, and I do have a copy of the Microsoft Flight Sim 20 Alpha, which I occasionally test. Of course, everyone, as you will know, no one can use or discuss that, so that's it. Right, there we are, out the clouds, engine anti-ice coming off. Jason Ditchter, can you describe the physical sensations of dealing with wind shear during departure and the violent control column movements? What would passengers feel in the back? Well, Jason, there's no such thing really as a violent control input. You make the inputs required to maintain safe flight. When we actually teach, or when you're subject to an upset condition, you might have to make quite positive inputs and sometimes full inputs, which are very unusual for normal operations, so you have to be prepared for that. But no, wind shear, I have never had a hard wind shear warning from the aircraft. I've had wind shear, the sensation sort of a bit like turbulence, but you can get this sort of unusual attitude where, for example, your attitude perhaps on the approach is around 1 degree, and you actually level for a short while, and then you sink and your attitude doesn't change, but your rate of descent changes quite drastically. Any wind shear, certainly if it triggers the hard wind shear warning, it's a mandatory wind shear escape manoeuvre, so you have to action those, make those actions, and that we're actually we were doing that in the sim a few days ago, so we have to look at that every 6 months or so. And I've been very lucky to not have to be flying in any of the storms which have been hitting the UK or Northern Europe, Storm Kira, Storm Dennis or Doris or whatever it's called. So yeah, a lot of wind shear during those periods. Right, we're passing flight level 100 for 390. Can now do the pre-cruise check, so fuel 4 pumps, lights can come off, APU's off, pressurization 4.3. That's all looking set. No turbulence. We'll release the passengers, recall, and we'll make sure we're monitoring the emergency distress frequency, which are 121.5. And lovely, look at that. You can see nice little sunrise here in the sim. Exactly 12 hours behind live time, or 12 hours ahead, whatever you'd like to say. Perfect. What's that about the Ras lady sounding cute? My goodness. Excellent. Right, making good progress at least. And here is Ringer coming up. Ringer, we're then going to be intercepting the 308 radial inbound to the Isle of Man, which I've set up on the first officer side. So if you go here to VOR, you can see the radial's coming in quite nicely as a backup there. So as soon as we're over Ringer, this will be nicely centered because we have the inbound course at 127 on the 307. Perfect. Guys, I must remind you, 476 people watching the stream, which is fantastic, but I only have 103 likes. You've got to feel sorry for all pilots and anyone involved in the travel industry at the moment. And, well, everyone who's out of work. So, well, thankfully not me yet. So don't forget to smash the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content. No doubt you'll be seeing much more in the coming weeks. Oh, dear. Greg Scott, Digital Combat Simulator F-18 carrier landing next stream. I've already done my carrier landing. Tick that box off. We'll have a look. Captain Avgeek, which airline do you fly for? Very commonly asked question on my operator. Look at that, Nightbot coming to the rescue. I'm an airline captain for a European airline based in the UK. Questions regarding my employer will go unanswered to maintain privacy. Thank you. Yes, it's just something I wish to keep private to myself. A lot of people are probably well aware who I work for. But yes, thank you for your appreciation. Thank you very much as well to Crazy Dunsey or Dunk, I don't know how you want to be called. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to the channel as the member. Glad you enjoyed the content, and I hope you enjoy all the exclusive Discord goodies you'll get through there. You'll keep up to date with all the latest updates with our streams, with my work, everything there. Brian Kruger, where is Jack? Jack's currently downstairs with Mariana, and Mariana has taken on herself to watch this god-awful series on Netflix where people get married within 2 weeks of meeting each other, or they don't meet each other and get married. It's a stupid show, absolutely stupid. I'm saying that as loud as possible to create a reaction. Ben Mills 90. Corona's cancelled my PPL training until further notice. It was supposed to have my first solo this Saturday. I'm gutted to hear that, mate. I'm sure when this blows up, you'll be straight back into the aircraft to conduct your solo. And good luck with that when it does happen. Thank you very much to Mark Mason, who's just come in with a £7 donation. Appreciate that. So I have the latest ZIBO downloaded, full version, but takeoff landing performance calculations aren't there. You're using something
40,
different.
30, 20, 10.
If you've got the latest, you should have it. If you go to fuel weight and balance, performance takeoff, that's not working yet, but performance landing, that is completely 100% accurate, true to the real aircraft, and the payload tabs here. So make sure you go to the latest version on the X-Plane forum, download the core version, and then you just update the latest one from there. There's plenty of useful tutorials online on how to install it. I'm not sure off the top of my head though, Mark, why it might not be working. But no, if you have any issues, drop me an email, which you'll find on my channel. I usually try to be as responsive as I can, but I've got loads of emails to run through at some point. No, not Love Island, Tesla guy. It's another one. Love is Blind. Thank you, Robert Sicker. That is the god-awful show. In fact, I'm just going to open the door. Love is Blind is rubbish. You're going to come at me here furious. Brad Frupshazam has just joined as a member again. If I've completely mispronounced that incorrectly, thank you very much for your membership. Welcome to the channel as a member, and I hope you enjoy all the exclusive members only content which will be coming your way via my Discord. Tesla Guy, for 50k, should we do a transatlantic next? I'm sure I'll probably do something sooner. Like I said, this weekend I hope to stream, and I'll hopefully stream in something we haven't. I am eyeing up the Tupolev for this weekend. No guarantees on that, guys. We might go in the Airbus, or we might go in anything in the fleet, but we'll have a look at some stuff. What I'm planning on doing is, if work's getting really quiet, the days that I was meant to be flying, I'll stream instead, because I need something to occupy myself. I've just had a load of time off work, as you well know, on my on my contract. I just need to keep up with flying and stuff. Todd Gilby, speaking of Ras, I always think Ras sounds like Margaret Thatcher. Very, very good. I don't see the similarity personally, but she is well spoken. Go for the Tupolev, says Noah 15 in the sun. V1 Simulation said, I had a weird bug where none of my keyboard functions worked, including screenshot. I hope that's going to be fixed. Thank you very much to Stuart Walsh, who's another one of my members. Again, thank you very much for donating £10.
Best part-time content creator
what is
on
going
YouTube.
On?
Hopefully you can get back to the full-time job soon.
I've no idea what happened there, but thank you very much, Stuart Walsh. I've just heard what you said. Best part-time content creator on YouTube. Hopefully you can get back to the full-time job soon. It sounds like Microsoft Anne or Sally or whatever she's called decided to tell me what happened. What was that all about? Thank you very much, Stuart, for the continued support and membership. Thank you very much. That was I've never had that before. What's happened there? I've not touched anything or pressed anything, so I've no idea what's triggered that too. I think it's because it came through Streamlabs perhaps, but no idea. Again, I think New Big Chick's one of my members too. Thank you very much for donating £10. No comment there, but thank you indeed for your continued generosity as well. Right, better concentrate on the flying. It's 265 for flight level 390, and we're directly overhead the Isle of Man. Cole Sangri again, continue. $25 US. Another one of my members donating here. Thank you very much, Cole. You better be nice to Mariana, lest she cut off your streaming privileges. Cole, all she has to do is pull out that cable. I'm absolutely screwed. Thank you very much. I better take back what I said when I was screaming down the door. No doubt she'll make an appearance in the next hour or so. But no, thank you again, Carl, for your continued support. And I do hope you're well. And I must apologise for not getting around to messaging you personally. I mean, I try to keep up to date with everyone in the Discord, but obviously this week's been quite up and down, so I've been quite busy with other things, but I will get back to you soon, and I hope you're well. Cool, as I said, we're just overhead Isle of Man. Let's have a little look outside. Watch your ears, guys. It's not too loud. Slightly different tiles, you can see the colours vary. Oh crikey, guys, you're going absolutely nuts today. Thank you very much to Passenger Escobar, who's just donated £8.65. He says, can I have some toilet paper, please? Thank you very much, Passenger Escobar, for your donation. It's very kind. I'm afraid we're all out of toilet paper. In the back of the Alpaca Airways flight, we do have bog roll made out of the Daily Mail and other non-tabloid papers. So thank you very much for the donation. Now, you just donated through Streamlabs, but it didn't give you the voice, so I've no idea what's going on there. But I've not done anything. The only thing I did do in Streamlabs earlier was change one of the settings for the subscriber. So I know I don't have any pings for when subscribers come up, but I made it so I can see who's subscribed on my Streamlabs overlay. So I don't know if that triggered something, but no. Thank you very much for your donation again, Passenger Escobar. That was very, very kind. James O'Dode, evening Captain, I was wondering if you have done a voice set for FS2 Crew. You sound extremely similar to one of the sound sets. FS2 Crew, I remember having that years ago on the PMDG NGX, but I've certainly not done anything with that team or have any voices recorded. Ah, dear. Tesla guy, I'd probably roast you for Samming Love is Blind, probably how I'd roast anyone who said Frozen is good. I totally hate magic movies, but I won't get too far away. I hate them. Tesla guy, I actually quite like, not Frozen, don't get me wrong here, but I do like some of the Pixar films, like Up. I love Up. One of my favourite films of all time is WALL-E. I love that stuff. It's really, really good cinematography by Pixar. But no, I'm not a big fan of Frozen. I'm pleased to announce I've never actually watched it, but some of that stuff is good. WALL-E is amazing, Matt Sogor. It is literally one of the best films ever made. My favourite film is probably Shawshank Redemption. WALL-E, Up. They're on my top 10. No, seriously, really, really, really good. Really good films. Right, I'm going to actually have a look at see if we're going to get any ATC on our sector. I certainly am confident we will getting into Hamburg. Steve, another one of my members, donated today, £5. Thank you very much, Steve. Wishing you all the best at work, mate. Thank you very much, Steve. As you know, I've been keeping you as up to date as much as I know. Yeah, it's looking optimistic and positive from management. Again, I won't go public in too much detail, but no, losing my job or permanent redundancy, I think won't happen. But we'll see. Everyone's in the same boat, and I don't want to, sound like I'm in a bad position. I'm not. I'm very fortunate to be where I am. Very lucky where I am. I don't want you to start feeling sorry for me or bad for me at all, because we're all in this together. Anyone that I just think the vast majority of people who are working have been affected or have some sort of loss of income and things like that. So please don't feel sorry for me at all. Really, it's crazy times, but we're all in it together. Sorry, not cinematography. Yeah, that's me, Dave Cat. Whatever you do with cameras, computers. Very nicely filmed using the computers then, with the music and the way it works. Blind Eye 1995, I've just flown home from Tunisia to EDDF. That is Frankfurt, I think. Oh, crikey, someone else. Coming in, I'll just finish your question. Because of Corona, wanted to work there, now I am workless. I'm sorry to hear that, button. I hope you get something sorted very quickly. Blue Nexus, thank you very much for the £10 donation. Very kind. Good luck at work. I can't imagine how hard this is going to be for you. If I may ask, what's your carrier's policy on the whole thing? Well, thank you very much, Blue Nexus, for your donation. I'm not going to go into huge detail, like I just said. They are being very positive. They want to minimise redundancies where possible, and the idea is they're saying that, you know, when this blows over, we would still need you. You know, we don't want to make you go there, but very likely, like many people here in the video, and like all my colleagues, we're going to have some sort of pay cut, which I think is reasonable in these situations. You know, they've got to hold on to as much cash as possible, and we'll see. I don't know any more, and I'm being truthful here. I don't know anything really much, but my employer have been very good. Actually, I've been well informed, and they're keeping us updated as much as they can. I think at this stage it's an ever-changing environment. Things are happening and changing on an hourly basis in some cases. So yeah, we'll hopefully hear something by tomorrow. VNAV Speed, hi, have a safe flight, Captain. Thank you very much. Lauren Monning, hi, Flight Data Sim. Could you explain the ZIBO built-in performance calculator? Well, as I was saying at the start of the stream, this performance takeoff is not currently really working. It won't calculate any thrust settings. I think it's coming. The landing performance calculator is working completely fine. Oh, where is it? Oh, I'm getting all lost now. This is based off, it's all tabular data, so you can, prior to having fancy onboard performance tools, we used a simple table with a bit of interpolation to work out our stopping distance. This just uses that data off the table to calculate it, and we'll use this going into Hamburg later, and the stopping distance in most cases is within 10 metres of the real OPT. The only thing that is missing is the slope, I think. The slope can have a negative or positive impact on your stopping distance, but it's quite negligible, unless you're landing in Courchevel or something, obviously. But yeah, it's working quite well. It's with the standard ZIBO mod. Rainy day today. I'm actually quite lucky with my choice of job during these times. I'm a truck driver and transports living chickens, and everyone needs food. Yeah, that's good news for you. And yeah, I mean, we need you guys to keep bringing the food as well. I mean, we've you know, the shops are getting sparse. We can still get most things, to be fair. We've got well, like 10 toilet rolls left. We're not double. What do you got? We're not double folding anymore. Tesco asked V1 simulations. The question on a stream of his. So Flight Data Sim, what's your view on alternative fuels and renewables as an airline captain? Well, I mean, I think everyone needs to be doing everything to conserve or cut emissions. I think there's been lots of flights being conducted with kind of alternate fuels, things like rapeseed oil and stuff, but then again, that's an ongoing issue in certain parts of the world. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think the coronavirus is going to have a massive impact on everything, on aviation included. Maybe things will change, but who knows in 25 years what we'll be doing, hey? It's ever changing. We'll no doubt discuss more en route. Daniel Smith, boss, get the bird ready. What's Anthony done? If I missed something,
50,
not sure.
40,
Thank you very much to KPS. Another one of my donators, regular donators, just donated £25. That's very generous.
Have to go to work
Oh!
now, but thankful that I do still have a job. Glad you're doing well and hope everything works out.
Thank you very much, KPS. Microsoft, Jane has just thankfully just told me what you said, but I'll repeat it. I have to go to work now, but thankful that I do still have a job. Glad you're doing well and hope everything works out. Well, thank you very much, KPS. I'm glad you're still being able to go to work and earn a living and stuff, but thank you for your continued support and have fun at work, and I hope you can catch up with the stream later. Now, what's going on with this Microsoft, whatever her name is? She seems to be talking to some people who donate through Streamlabs and not the others. I'm guessing there's like a cutoff or something. Unbelievable. I don't know. I'll have a look at the settings or something. Uh-oh, X-Plane is not running in real time. The automatic disconnect's been cancelled. I think that's because we're loading in a big chunk of ortho as we approach the north coast of Wales and mainland UK. Let's have a look outside. Oh, calm down. Seems to be loading in alright. Hang in there. Oh, look, someone else there. Oh, that's him. Yeah, it does that often when the scenery loads in via ortho. Stuart Walsh, Streamlabs config. It's £10 threshold by default. Ah. Well, I haven't turned anything on there. I've literally not touched anything. I have no idea. Oh, calm down. Uh-oh, I'm going to be kicked off VATSIM in a second. Look, 10 seconds. I have to reload. I hope it doesn't do this on the approach into Hamburg. Disconnecting from VATSIM because your frame rate was less than 20 frames per second. No, it's not. It's about 25, 26, but it should go back up to 40 shortly. I'll relog back in anyway. I've had this before. Right, I'm back in now. Look up, was there some traffic there I missed? Probably. There's Liverpool. God Atom, hope your job is okay so far. No bad news, just oh god, that... Crikey, was that... I knew ZIBO said he'd been doing some sort of TCAS. I saw a TCAS indication there, like a proper, with the proper fly out of areas. That, by the way, if you get one of those, requires a mandatory TCAS manoeuvre to avoid traffic. I hope that's not what I think's going on. There's someone behind me. Very close. You behave yourself, Shamrock. I think that is Shamrock. Anyway, I might have to step up or step down. Ah, no, Judah, you looked back in front of me. To be fair, it's probably my dodgy VATSIM connection. What I might do, if you want to overtake me, I can step down to... I think we're a bit heavy to go to 410. Yeah, we can't go to 41. I'll step down to 37. That way, if I have any VATSIM issues, you can overtake me. And what I will do, my friend, if you want... Niall, I'll slow down and hopefully you'll see us fly over the top. So what I'm going to do, 370, imagine we've been cleared to 370, and we'll execute. We should now do a cruise descent. Look at that, ZIBO, fantastic. Do 1,000 feet, put it down to 370. No problem. I'll drop down and you can overtake me because my VATSIM's slow, and I should think that's made me you catch up with me, or my X-plane's slow. If you do decimal, well, are you in an Airbus? I think they go a bit quicker. I'll do decimal 7.6 and we'll go from there. Okay, back on VNav. Oh, Listerman, you've just read the right FPS number, not the left one. Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's all over the place though. That's not what I'm usually getting. It's usually around the mid-30s. What's eating up all my resources? I've got nothing else running in the background. I'll close that. That might help a little bit. Oh, and Spotify. Oh, Spotify's actually playing music. Well, that's no good. Project Fly's not even running today because it's not working. And I'll turn that off. Turn that off.
50.
I think
30,
that'll hopefully improve
20.
the frame slightly. Thank you very much to Dougal McTavish. He's just donated £10 and a penny.
Love what you do, please stay safe. Let's see if one penny overbreaks Bitchy Betty.
Dougal, love it. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm guessing it's a tenner. That's brilliant. Bitchy Betty, of course, the nickname for the screaming voice you get in military aircraft as you approach some dangerous, no doubt. I'm not sure on that sort of stuff, but thank you very much, Dougal, for the continued support. Oh dear, I'm really upset. I don't know what's happening to my PC. I hope I've not broken it. It's really struggling today. I've shut down a few things in the background. Oh, look at that. They're jumping all over though. Look, 26. Why is that? Why is that struggling? I'm not usually having that issue. Very good. Aviation team says, hello, Flight Editor. Yes, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm sorry I missed your first comment as well. Brian Crooked has coronavirus, probably. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, are we progressing anyway? We're over mainland UK now. We can ditch all the Belfast charts. And we'll show you where we are. We're just south of Manchester. Now we're going over the Peak District. We'll be flying just south of Sheffield. And then Lincoln. We're going over the wash around here. That's a little better. There's traffic there. It's 3,000 feet above. Wouldn't usually see it. There it is. So Ryanair, no doubt on his way to Dublin. Cool. Thank you very much to Emerson Fletcher. He's just joined as a member. Welcome to the channel as a member. Glad you're enjoying all the content. I hope you enjoy all the exclusive members-only content which you'll get through my Discord. A reminder to anyone that has joined as a member today, the Discord is completely automated, the invite system. I don't generate invites manually, so it's tied to the membership. It sometimes takes some time for it to refresh, but if you're having issues, search on Google for YouTube Discord synchronization. Make sure you do that on a desktop computer, not your mobile phone, and it should step you through the process to get you all synchronized. If you have continued issues, just message me through a social media platform like Facebook or my Instagram, and I'll get you all up and running. Jules plays, is it very important when you want to get your ATPLs that you have a higher level of education? Not necessarily.
10.
Just to answer your question first, I have A levels. You don't need to go to university, but it would help either way. But yeah, make sure you study hard. Basic mathematics and science is all that's required, but don't do the bare minimum. Work as hard as you can. Thank you again. Blue Nex is coming with another donation. Only 12 minutes later, after the last one. Again, thank you. $5. What's your plan for if you have to self-isolate? Have a nice quarantine. Wait. I need one of those pro streamers have. I need like a soundboard. So like if something does like that, I can push a button. It goes. I'll see what I can find. Thank you very much, Blue Nexus, for the banter and the jokes, and for the continued support. Yes, I'll have a quarantini. Ah, dear. Brian Kruger, could you do a manual gear extension today? I wonder if it works. I mean, I guess it does work. I mean, the idea is with the manual gear extension, it doesn't matter where the gear lever or handle is, it physically releases an up lock, and the gear falls with gravity, the weight of the gear, and the airflow helps to push it. I mean, I'm not going to do it now, but yes, once you've pulled that, it's you don't want to be doing that. Stuart, you should be content creator, right? Tesla guy, next thing I know, you'll be in Dad's Army because of COVID. Dad's Army, that is a classic show. My old man loved that TV show. My favourite episode of Dad's Army is the one where they catch the Germans off the submarine, and there's Pike there, and he sings, I can even remember the song, it's like, whistle while you work, Hitler is a twerp, he's off army, so's your army. And then he asks him, what's your name? And the guy says, don't tell him, Pike. It's like literally one of my favourite ever TV shows. Brilliant.
Don't forget the dog treats for Jack.
Thank you very much, William Jitters Fullerton, for donating £10 and a penny. I think you remember as well. Thank you very much. That's very kind. I won't at all. He has more food stocked up than both Mara and I. He's dog food galore. Oh dear, absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much for the donation there. Yeah, he's got Bono biscuits, pedigree sticks, dentist sticks. He's got 2 bags of dog food. We just got an extra bag in case there was a shortage of that. Gonna make sure he's fed. Ah dear. Jill's player, my clock your clock stopped. I don't think so. It's the elapsed timer, and it doesn't say hold. We'll have a look in a second. How long have we been flying for? 31 minutes? I think it's still ticking over. You'll see it say 32 shortly. Ah dear. Ben Spouse, if you do an dual engine failure, then glide for the nearest suitable airport and lower the gear, also using the lever in the floor. You should be able to get the APU started as a source of power and lower the gear conventionally, but yeah, manual gear usage could be in order. There we go, 32, so it's absolutely fine. You probably, you know, if you have the elapsed timer running, that's how you get the second hand. But I've only got the, sorry, the chronometer running. That gets you the second timer. But the elapsed timer, there's no second indication. Oh, we have an Apex. These aren't actually coded. Where are we going here? These are military airports. I mean, what's that airport? XSBY. These are not usually coded on our ND. There we are. I'm just about to fly overhead Lincoln. It's a little bit hazy, but I can't quite see it. Now, what airfield base is that? Is that Cranwell? I think that's Cranwell. There's someone down there as well.
30. 20.
Thank you very much to Tim, who's just donated, one of my frequent donators and long-term members. Thank you very much. Late entry, my boys. I raised 10 for 38.5. Tim, I'm so sorry to hear that. Obviously, you got all your kids there, and they're probably all going to be at home. It's going to be crazy times for you. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Tim. No doubt you'll keep us updated in Discord of any updates. But yeah, I've had a few friends who had colds and high temperatures, but none of them have been diagnosed with or had any of the other associated symptoms. Is it dry cough, fever? Yeah, I hope he's all fine. But keep us posted. Is it Scampton? Sorry. Saltby, Tesla guy, is XSBY. I've definitely never seen that on the ND on the 737. I doubt I'd be able to get into Saltby. Right, good progress anyway. We should be approaching top of descent in about 35 minutes, rather with 3.4 tons in Hamburg. And it looks like our friend is just about to fly over the top of us, which would be pretty cool. There he is. That's so cool. I've had that lots of times before, because you obviously all fly the same routes and stuff, you often get overtaken. Where is he? Where is he? He's right behind us, very quiet. But there he is. Paul Richards, hi Captain. Have you been stood down from flying in real life? At the moment, no, but I can expect a severe or significant reduction in the amount of work in the next at least month, or hopefully not longer, but we'll see. Victor 467, which airline are you flying for in real life? Common asked question on my channel. That's something I don't disclose. It's a European airline, and I'm based in the UK. Talking with you like my sound effect there. Yes. Chris, one of the many Norwegians on life support. I know that. Yeah, they have been in a lot of trouble for a long time, and I hope they can weather this. I think the government have announced they're going to help support their airline. Tony Mitchell, quick fly past at Fenland, Echo Golf Charlie Lima. You know I did my PPL there, don't you? I don't know if you asked that before. Cool. Let's see if we can spot him soon. When he flies over the top, we'll be able to do that view here. Get him out. We're going to have a good look. Let's have a look at the... Oh, I've got passenger. Oh, that's probably... Maybe I should get rid of the passengers, that'll improve performance. Well, I'm doing okay at the moment, 30 frames per second. I don't know if having passengers has a huge impact on frame rates. Just saw someone chilling out the back there. Tony Mitchell, about 5 miles away. Well, I don't... Well, I'm from very close... My original... Where I'm from, my home, is very close to you, Tony. We're probably neighbours, or were neighbours. Doug 29, get rid of passengers will improve fuel efficiency too. That is true. Walking Dog, have you ever flown the 900? No, I haven't. Ooh. There he is, look! He's pedalling! That's cool. Greg Scott, 420 watching, only 42 likes. I hope we've got a few more than that. Sorrison, have you ever flown other aircraft than the 737? Not commercially large, no. The only aircraft involved in my flight training, PPL and CPL and IR. Piper, I've flown all the Pipers, all the Pipers, all the Cessnas, all that stuff. Daniel Swift, 215 likes now. That's still not enough. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, but guys, appreciate it. Tesla guy, don't let Jebediah Kerman take over and crash it after some crazy aerobatics. Oh, you need to do a Kerbal Space Program stream. That would be quite cool. Ugh, can't get the camera any further forward. There he is! Awesome. Be cool if we got the contrails though. He's gonna beat us there. That's really cool. Pastor Escobar, thank you very much again for donating. Oh, I'm gonna get some sound here, hold on.
Tell the Shamrock to drop some toilet paper down to me, please.
Thanks again, Pastor Escobar, for your continued support and donating again. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry that you didn't get the trigger last time, but yeah, that's very, very kind. Yeah, we'll drop some bog roll down for you. As I said, it's only newspaper we're using here in Alpaca Airways, but no, thank you very much for your donation, and I'm glad you got your text. Is it text to speech? Cool, thank you very much. That's awesome. That's the way VATSIM should be. I'm just going to try and fix my view. That's fine. George S, will you fly to Cyprus soon? Yeah, well, I don't think we've ever done... Well, we haven't done a stream into Cyprus. We could do a kind of bucket and sand destination to Cyprus. Geordie Moore Gruges, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, buddy. 257 miles top of descent, 36. So our ETA is going to be 8:05. That should be reasonably accurate. 400 miles to go. So we should be touching down in 1 hour. Actually, I should think it'll be a lot less than that because I think I've got the full RNAV arrival in. And in that case, I think we should start thinking about setting up for this approach anyway because that will reduce the track miles required. Victus 467, how old are you? Very, very, very late 20s. As late as you can really get. Right, anyway, let's start thinking about this setup anyway. There we are. Oh, look, we just have Skegness. Oh, this is where I kind of went lots to as a kid. I need to look outside, guys. Oh, it's too cloudy. Hunstanton, Brancaster. So I used to go here a lot as a kid. I think that's Brancaster Beach. That's my whole youth down there, guys. Really cool. Right, so let's talk about the important stuff and the matters in hand. We are flying into Hamburg, which I think is Echo Delta Delta Hotel. There's all our frequencies. We are going to be flying a Ribso 4 Alpha. Where is it? We actually need 2 of these arrival charts. We need the Ribso 4 Alpha and the transition. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, another donation. Here we go. New VC's in. Let's let it do it.
My ROFL copter goes soy 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 soy.
What have you done? What was that? My rufflecopter goes soy 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 soy. Oh dear! Thank you very much for the donation there. I don't want. I know You guys are going to do something stupid. I feel bad. Like, I need to turn it down so you don't have to... Right, let me find the settings here, because I don't want you donating that much each. Honestly. How on earth do I change this? Alert box. Donations. Yeah, I think you can only do it through this. Donor message. Ah, found it. I've actually found it. Right, I'm lowering it to 5 because I don't want people donating a penny just to be able to disturb it. Right, I've put it to 5. If you want to ruin my life, it's at the wrong time. It's £5 minimum donation. Oh dear, that's 10 way too high. But thank you guys anyway. That was very amusing. Right, now let's continue with the rest of the setup. Descent 250. I'm just going to get rid of the control column. I wish that could be done in real life as well, so I could put my feet out. Didn't say that. 250 below flight level 100. Execute forecast is in 310. 200 and 100. We need the flight plan. Charts, which is under here. 6-1. We need the descent winds. There we go. There we go, 252. So we've got a nice tailwind pushing us all the way today. It's going to have lowered the flight time, say by about 10 minutes or so. 200, we've got 260 at 51. And at 100 we have 267 at 24. That's executed. QNH, let's have a little look at the weather in Hamburg. There's no wind. 340 at 3 knots, so I have no idea what they're landing on. I should think runway 05. I think that's preferred landing runway. I completely guessed that, and I have flown into this airport before. QNH is 1026 there. We'll execute, and we'll preset the QNH on the PFD as well. 1026. That's preset 2. We'll do it on the standby as well. So QNH is set 1026. Landing, I should think, will be runway 05. We'll find out when we get close. I'll see if I can pick up the ATIS shortly. /10 /4 for VMC. We're now at 37,000 feet, so we'll put /111. Now we might notice how the top of descent point, oh no, it does coincide quite nicely with that. So let's have a look at this arrival, because you'll see it's an RNAV arrival. I doubt we'll fly this entire approach like this. Let's get all the charts we need. So what was it? We needed a RIBSO for runway 05 RNAV transition, and the RIBSO 2 Alpha, ILS 05, which is under approach, ILS 05, and airport charts. We'll just go for airport. And I've got the parking. I've got all the charts in front of me as well. So we'll be landing on runway 05 here, and we'll probably park there. So routing's going to be RIBSO. We'll make our way there. We'll go here and select plan and check we have RIBSO. You can see after RIBSO, I think we get vectors at some point. I don't think we're going to fly this sort of arrival here, but at the moment we've got RIBSO, which is the clearance limit point, and then this arrival is no longer flown. We've already really completed it. It goes then to Topra, but we're actually flying this RNAV transition, which goes from RIBSO to be at below flight level 110. I think what that does, that puts us in a really good position to accept vectors, so we don't really need to pre-program that much other stuff. The only thing I want to kind of contemplate is perhaps after here, the Delta Hotel 211, is that we're going to get a more direct vector, so kind of an ANEXI. So what I want to do is just change ANEXI to 3,000 feet or above. I just want to see what it is projecting. Yeah, it's actually alright. We don't need to change that, and I think ANEXI is the glide slope intersection point anyway. I haven't got that on my chart. Why haven't I got an ANEXI? ILS. Oh, that's because I'm looking at Belfast. ILS 05. Yeah, and Nexi is at level at 3. So we can leave that as a hard altitude. And what I'm going to do is kind of predict a shortcut from Delta Hotel to 11. And this is what I do every day, guys. We want to try and work out, so we don't get high, what we can expect. And it's usually a bit of kind of area knowledge. We have an airfield briefing document which can kind of tell you what you can expect, but it doesn't in ours. But you can see how it says 110 at 211. If we expect this shortcut here, which I'm not going to execute, that's wanting us at Delta Hotel 211 look at 5,000 feet. So what I'm going to do is at Delta Hotel 211 put 5,000 feet, and we'll anticipate a bit of a straight in approach. There, I'll execute it. Now if it looks like there's a delay, we can just cancel that. Vertical speed, just do 1,000 feet per minute, but we just want to try and avoid a high energy approach. I hope that kind of makes sense with regards to what I was doing there. So the arrival then, it's an RNAV arrival. We route via all these points if we've not been cleared, which are coded into the FMC. In reality we have to step through every single one, make sure the track and distances match. We put the 5,000 feet in case we get a shortcut. We've got 220 knots maximum throughout the entire procedure. You can see, look, it wants us level at 5,000 because it thinks we're flying the entire approach at that height, but that's conservative, we'll take it. We'll then intercept the ILS via Anexi. It's minimum 170 knots out above 3,000 feet, so we can actually change that to at or above because it's not a hard altitude. It won't make any difference, but it's just complying with the chart. There we are. So RNAV transition. We might not fly this, we might get vectors, but we've coded it anyway. Let's have a look at ILS 05 then. 110.5 is the ILS frequency. We'll put that active. I don't think there's any VORs around, is there? Oh, there is. We've got the Ulster VOR 15.8 on the field, so we'll put that on standby. Perfect. Inbound course is 048. ATIS is saying expect a localizer approach. Well, that's no problem. We'll just use VNAV and Vorlock if that's the case. I know in VATSIM they sometimes properly follow real-world NOTAMs. I like kind of like the privilege of flying online and not having to check NOTAMs. But if someone could check the NOTAMs to see if the ILS is out and we could expect a localizer approach, we'll do a localizer approach. That's completely fine. But we'll set up for the ILS and out. If it is a localizer, all I've got to do is change the minimums to 560 and use VNAV instead of approach. It's all coded. We've got a NDB here at 1.8350. We might as well tune that up. There we are, and we'll select ADF and ADF. So, vectors, or via, we might even get the Elba transition, which is going to help save time. But we'll get vectors, I should think, or the RNAV approach via Nexi, instead of localizer at 10 miles at 3,000 feet. Standard 3-degree descent. Stuart Walsh, he's just donated £5. Let's see if it's worked. I hope it hasn't. You absolute imbecile.
Sorry, not sorry.
I must apologise for the maturity of my members, guys. Thank you very much, Stuart Walsh. You're just testing to see if I did lower it to £5. I'm a man of my word. But thank you very much for the donation and for the continued banter. I've got a funny feeling this approach might get a few distractions. Thank you very much for the donation and amusing. Oh my god, I actually got tears in my eyes. Why? I'm sure you guys know far more things in the background than I do, and you'll get it to do things and funny noises like tit 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 or whatever that was. Oh, brilliant! Thank you very much, Stuart, again for your donation and continued support. Unbelievable. Right, I was doing a lovely professional briefing there. We've got a 3-degree PAPI. On the left hand side, high intensity approach lights. The missed approach, if we have to go around, is climb straight ahead to the HOS NDB 339. Let's stick that up as a backup in case we lose everything. 339. Thank you very much to David Rofer's just joined as a member. Glad you're enjoying the content. I hope you'll enjoy all the exclusive members only content, which is all linked through the Discord. Welcome to the channel as a member, my friend. Cool. So yeah, climb direct to Hoss NDB, right turn direct to Hamburg VOR, and climb to 4000. Well, we'll just use our nav. I could tune the Hamburg VOR. Looks like it's off to the east, and that should be all coded in the box. There it is, Hoss Hamburg 4000. Happy days. Right, let's have a look at the performance. No, I'll actually see if we can get the ATIS. We might be out of range at the moment. Cool, look at all the people on VATSIM today. I think we're a little bit out of range at the moment. We've got approach, tower, ground, clearance, ATIS. We want Echo, Delta, Delta Hotel. Just out of range at the moment, I think, for the ATIS. Oh, no, we're not. 124325. Now, if I tune that on box 2, will I be able to hear it? Or does it only work through box 1? Let's have a look at X-Pilot. Oh, I've got someone asking me to contact them as well. Oh my god, it's going to get busy now. 13545. How do I get the weather then if I can't hear it on box 2? Because I'm now going to have ATC. Now I'm going to be really serious. Radar, good evening. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, maintaining flight level 370 inbound to Pettick.
Flight level 340.
Alpaca 5 Fox, Maastricht, hello, squawk 0375.
Squawk 0375, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot.
Ryanair 48 Tango Papa, proceed direct Elder, Echo Lima.
Right, Elder, Ryanair
0375.
Ryanair 48 Tango Papa.
Right, I need to turn that up, I can't hear that.
950, bye-bye.
Office 133.950, direct turn, Ryanair 48 Tango Papa, bye.
Easy 17, contact Maastricht, 133.950, bye-bye.
Is that a bit louder?
3.940, easy 17, bye.
There we go, I've turned it up.
50, 40,
International 3 Fox,
20.
uniform Maastricht, squawk 1000.
Thank you very much, Anthony's just donated $5 US. Anthony Teal is Flight Deck to Sim's favourite member, and would never think of giving him the bird. Thank you very much, Anthony. He's always causing disrepute in the Discord membership there, and he's off at the receiving end of my middle finger. Don't take that the wrong way either. That could be misinterpreted. Thank you very much, Anthony, for the donation there. Oh dear. Right, I've squawked.
50, 40, 30,
What's gonna
20,
happen?
10.
Brian Kruger, what have you done?
Condor 1 kilometer, contact Langen, 135.650, bye.
Brian, thank you very much for the donation and for the continued support. Very amusing that Alpaca says, I'm quite surprised that I actually did that properly. Brilliant, thank you very much. Danny_12, how much extra fuel is calculated? I took an extra 30 minutes of fuel, 1200 kilos, just to allow for any potential disruption later on. So yeah, I don't know how to get VATSIM on, how to get the
225
ATIS on box 2 here. I've got it tuned, identified. Do I have to press this? In the mod, you shouldn't have to, you should be able to hear it, but no, I can't get it, unfortunately. I don't want to use obviously box 1 because then obviously I'm going to lose the ATC, so I don't know if you can listen to the ATIS and ATC at once on VATSIM or on a desktop simulator. Not sure. No doubt someone will tell me how to do it. I need to turn the sound down, guys. I'm really struggling to hear the ATC.
Proceeding to Oscar Kilo Golf, 3 Foxtrot uniform. Thank you.
I hope that's not too loud. Too quiet for you, but I'm struggling to hear ATC here. Should just work. VHF range is modelled. Maybe, yeah, I mean, yeah, probably slightly far out, actually. Sorry. I just presumed that because we could see it. Yeah, I would be too far out here. So that might be right. Yeah, how's the sound going? Is that too quiet now for the background noise? I'm not sure, but I don't know how to turn up X-Pilot any louder. It's loud as it goes now. output volume. Oh no, I can go a bit higher. Is that output value? Oh, I think that might be output volume for my microphone. Not sure. I hope I'm not too loud for the guys. Flight plan settings. No, I'm not sure. Oh no, don't.
Maastricht Control, goedenavond. Dit weer 232, flight level 360, the inbound Otville.
Hello, Speedbird 232, Maastricht identified. Proceed direct.
Not sure. But it's very quiet for me.
Direct up, and Speedbird 232.
86 for the localizer approach. Thank you, Robert Sinclair. In that case, we will plan for the localizer. And all I need to do is set the minimums. Now this is an MDA here, or you know this is DA. So in my operator we add, just going to check the charts, on mine this is 560, we add 40 feet to this, so the minimums are going to be 600 feet. That allows for the fact that if we do decide to go around, we don't actually bust the MDA, the inertia you might drop another 20 feet or so, so we always add 40 feet at my operator, on top of the MDA. So localized approach, guys. Straight to Petix, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Petix or Betus?
Maastricht, LTZ 9 Airport, sorry, 53 Yankee Tango, climbing surf level 270.
Is that Betus?
Easy 53 Yankee Tango, Maastricht, hello, squad 1000.
I have to do a classic. Can you confirm the waypoint, please?
LTZ 53 Yankee Tango.
And Maastricht, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Just confirm the direct again.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Kekix, Kilo Echo, Kilo India X-ray.
Kekix, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Too quick, too quick. Kekix. I think I just missed it as well. I couldn't write it down quick enough. $27 miles away.
Easy 53 Yankee Tango.
Oh, where's Kekix?
Identified, climb flight level 380.
Oh, he's on my flipping flight plan. Okay, execute. Well, that's not a shortcut. Kikus, Kekix. Thanks, Kekix and Jack. That wasn't a shortcut worth having. Oops. There we are. Oh, did I say so, Daniel Swift? Well, boss language. I try my absolute hardest not to blurt out profanity. This is a stream for all ages, but if I do have the occasional word slip, do excuse me. Oh, it would appear my partner has entered the chat. Unbelievable. Now the banter will continue. Kekus. Oh, she's giving me some stick by the looks of it for my pronunciation. She's always criticising my pronunciation. Oh, did I, Dad? Oops. Perhaps remind me later on Discord. Nortski, I thought someone would bring that up. I don't know what you're talking about. Engine cutout video stream? No, not me. We've never had anything like that happen on a Flydeck to Sim live stream before.
Easy 53 Yankee Tango, contact now München radar 132-15501.
13255, maybe see you later, easy 53.
I wonder if there's a waypoint called COVID, probably.
Maastricht radar, very good evening, 2Jet 3762.
Even jet, oh, great.
Whiskey 17.
I'm getting attacked all sides. I'm getting attacked on the live stream, getting attacked downstairs. It's not safe.
Good morning, 2Jet 3762, Maastricht, identified, climb flight level 320.
Yeah, sorry, we were talking about localizer approach. So yeah, we're going to fly exactly like this, except we use VNAV. We need a final approach fix. We need to work out what to use that. So yeah, we'll use Anexi as the final approach point. So 2 miles before this, when we are 12.5 DME, we're going to select the lower altitude on the minimums. 600 feet we'll set. Make sure the VNAV path is engaged, speed window's open. We need to set the missed approach altitude at 1,000 feet above aerodrome level. At my operator, we have sort of a briefing method where we have to talk exactly how we fly it. We talk about the configuration, what pitch and roll modes we're going to use, the landing gate, etc. But yeah, essentially from an operational point of view, a non-precision approach, we can use VNAV if it's coded in the FMC, open the speed window, configure normally, and then you just have to remember to set the missed approach altitudes at 1,000 feet above aerodrome level. And that's it, really. Yeah, landing performance. We never actually finished that, so...
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, contact Maastricht 133.9 at 50. Bye-bye.
133.9 at 50, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, bye.
Bye.
I cannot stress how good desktop simulators are. It's so close to reality. You can just play the game. It's brilliant.
Shamrock 33 with your flight level 390 inbound Groningen.
I'll just get checked in and we'll look at the landing performance. I think it's Maastricht.
Maastricht, good evening, identified.
Maastricht, good evening, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, maintaining flight level 370 inbound Groningen.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Maastricht, good evening, radar contact.
Oh, no shortcuts for us then. Yeah, landing performance then, we've got 3,250 metres.
Good evening, no shuttle.
Distance beyond the threshold will be a little bit less, so we'll call it 3,000 metres. We'll vacate, it's a bit untidy here, but you've got Alpha 6 here, there's Delta 8. Let's call that around 2,000 metres or so. In reality, we didn't work it out more accurately. Let's now put in the weather. I'll just use the ACARs initially.
We'll
get the 80s when we can.
68, continue with Copenhagen on 121375, goodbye. 121375 for North Shuttle 78, thank you. Ryanair freight Tango Papa, request descent. Ryanair Tango
So,
Papa,
3304.
260. 260, Ryanair freight Tango Papa. And Ryanair 4 Tango Papa, proceed direct.
1 knot headwind, 15 degrees, temperature is 71026.
Ryanair 48 Tango Papa.
026. Fuel wise, 3.4, 4.4. We're going to burn 800 kilos. It's going to be 56.5 for the landing weight. Standard VREF plus 5. That's giving us, look at that, we're on about 2,000 meters. I think we're going to go flat 30, order brake 2. Idle reverse, because it says in my operator's briefing, it's very noise sensitive here. So idle reverse is preferred. Only you can obviously for any reason safety you can use whatever you want, but performance fitting you can use idle. And all that's going to do is affect brake cooling. So yeah, performance is done. I think we've briefed everything. We're all ready to go. Alright, what's she going on about here? Hold on. Mr. Alpaca, do you fancy chili con carne for dinner? I really just want to ask this as you, yeah, yes please. You can do your vegetarian chili con carne, thank you. Is there a chili story, Tim? That's news to me, Brian.
1 kilometer, take Bremen on 123, 925, goodbye.
Haven said, apparently the boss was talking smackdown about a TV series you're watching. Love it. Owen Finnegan, Project Fly is in play tonight. Yeah, I do want to use it, Core, but the overlay is completely broken, and they are aware of it. They say they're going to update it when the next version's working, but I tried it, wasn't working. So fortunately, it's a very clean thing here. I don't know. Let me know in chat. Would you like to have? I like the Project Fly one because it's quite clean, but do you want me to try and make one up here and the top there out of the way? I like to have this at the bottom just to kind of say thanks, to recognise the last guys who's donated the most and stuff. But I'll hopefully have something at the top. Let me know what you'd like, and I know you can make them, and I'm going to be no good at that, or if someone is very kind to make one for me, that would be awesome. Plane LY. Yes, very noise sensitive. I have to live right next to Final for 05. I think it's, yeah, the airfield brief from my operator says it's idle thrust. Brian Kruger, what a shout. Memphis Belle, one of my favourite aviation movies as well. Classic.
EC17 Master.
Absolutely love that. Love that film. Like the bit where they try, I can't remember the names of the guys, but you know when just before they land, he's trying to get the gear down, he's like rotating that thing, like. I just remember that's such a cool film. Martin, you'd prefer as little overlay as possible. Yeah, I like the Project Fly. It's just clean. Just gives you the basics.
For Takeoff Papa, also for you, expect holding at Ripso and reduce speed 250 knots.
Oh, Ripso holding, lovely.
Reduction 250 knots, right now.
Might be a little bit late for dinner, Marinette. So expect holding at Ripso. It's quite busy, and I'm guessing there might have been some sort of event, because I did see on the ATC booking website that there was the entire, you had ground tower approach all online today. God, look at that! It's so busy. Yeah, it's looking really busy in Hamburg. Lots of aircraft on the ground. I'm glad I took an extra 30 minutes of fuel. Our alternate is Bremen, so if we can't get in, of course, one of the things you can do, which is quite interesting, and not a lot of people realise this. You have your here it is here. You have your reserve fuel here, so 2.1, and that's the fuel required to get to your alternate and land with your final reserve fuel. Now, what you can do is, when you get to this figure, if landing kind of is certain at your destination, so for example, it's just holding for traffic, or you know, they give you, or what's really important, they give you an estimated approach time. You can do something called divert to your destination, so you can actually use your alternate fuel to hold a little longer to get into your destination. Obviously that means you're committed and you can't divert, but you know, what's the point of diverting if you have an assured landing at your destination? The issue is obviously if you're approaching your final reserve fuel, you need to advise them you have minimum fuel, and there's a lot of hot topic and debate about this, because different pilots have different sort of assessments of what minimum fuel is and how much you need to do. But yeah, you can divert to, it's called diverting to your destination. You can use your alternate fuel to hold at your destination and land, but you have to be assured of landing there within your estimated approach time to ensure that it doesn't use your final reserve fuel. Right, we can request descent. We'll ask if we can expect any delay into Hamburg as well. And our Maastricht Alpaca 5 Foxtrot request descent. Can we expect delay in Hamburg?
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, affirmative. I expect delay and descend initially live, flight level 270.
Descend flight level 270, just copied Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Flight level 270.
And Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, reduce minimum clean speed, please.
I would set minimum clean speed, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So that's 270 set. What we're going to do then is select level change. We don't want to go too slow at this height, you know, because of the minimum manoeuvre speed. But we're going to go level change. Don't worry about the VNAV profile, because we can expect holding. And we're just going to bring that speed back to around decimal 69 for now. Well, actually, we can bug in an indicated airspeed, and we'll just continue at 220.
You may expect delay into Hamburg.
And then we might go VS 1000, but don't worry about the vertical profile now, because we can expect.
Initially level 280.
Is that for us? Oh no. Yes, we can. You know, your VNAV profile is basically coming straight in, but no, if we can go a little bit high here, because obviously the higher we can stay, the longer, the more efficient it would be.
Victor Juliet, Maastricht, good evening. Identified, unfortunately, I'm stuffing only above 245, so contact Bremen radar on 123-925.
Can we continue our climb up to 270, then we'll be in your airspace?
Okay, sorry, that was my fault. Yeah, unfortunately, I do not see your... Yeah, no, okay, climb level 270 now.
4M, what is your average landing rate in real life? I mean, it's a hot topic amongst most people, but we don't really land, we don't think of rates of descent on landing. I mean, you won't find in any manual Boeing, or certainly on the 73, that says land at X amount of feet per minute. I've never seen that. Boeing just want you to land in the touchdown zone safely and firmly in certain conditions, especially when it's wet or if you're having a normal configuration. I'd say I land varies. I try and land gently, but I want to get in the touchdown zone. So if I land harder, and I can tell you what, if I could compare it to a rate of descent using the landing rate calculator I use, I bet I've done a few 500-600 feet per minute in certain situations. Certainly when I was new.
Shamrock 33 requesting descent. Shamrock 33, call you back for descent, turn initially left heading
Minus 1,000, Hugo. Yeah, that might require some sort of inspection.
Left heading 040.
Of course, Steve, we're at 1,548 people on VATSIM. That's crazy. Sumit Titang Engo, you're asking idle reverse v full reverse. Well, idle reverse is you just open the thrust reversers and you don't select any thrust, it just opens the buckets, but you can select it if needed. Full reverse would be the second detent, or the third detent, which is maximum reverse, about 82%. Usually we do second detent, which is about 75%. It's hard to explain, there's a few notches here, but if you go on my Instagram, I made a post a couple of years ago about all the thrust reverse positions, and I showed you in the level D sim all the different positions. So if you go onto the Instagram and scroll, I think it was quite an early photo, you'll see all the different pictures there. I like that, Peter. Peter CZ. I still remember the days of flight sim where there was no landing rate calculator and nobody cared. Yeah, as soon as I started streaming online, it became apparent everyone cares about landing rates. So I have one now as well.
American 7 Maastricht, good evening. Identified, recycled, Squawk 1000. Squawk 1000, works up.
So you can see we're about 4,300 feet high, but that's fine. Thank you very much to Slogdog, who's just donated £1 Thank you very much. Hey, when do you use the rudder in a 737, how do you know how much to trim the airplane where the autopilot is off? Very good question, Slogdog. The only time I use the rudder is, in normal operation, is to decrab during the flare. So when you're coming in for a crosswind landing, we use the rudder to centre the aircraft to make sure it's pointing down the runway. And also for takeoff, we use the rudder to maintain the centre line and make sure when we rotate that the aircraft's pointing down the runway. The only other situation would be, most commonly, and it doesn't happen often, is an engine failure. That's why the rudder on a 737... Descend flight level 250 Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. I think he said 25.
Alpha 6. Alpaca 6 to 1, turn left heading
250 is checked, I'm just going to set 25 degrees. So yeah, that's why the rudder on the 737 is so massive. It's designed to counteract the asymmetry associated with an engine failure, especially at low speeds. You have speeds called VMCG, VMCA, which are really important when it comes to single engine failures, and that's why the rudder is so large. It means at the lower speeds, where the rudder's not effective, it can counteract that yaw, but that's how we use it. What was the last bit of your question you asked? I can't rember. How do you know how much to trim the airplane when the autopilot is off? It's just like a Cessna. You want to neutralise any inputs, so you can just guard the controls and there's no force from yourself, so that's it. So I'm going to I'll probably chat a little less than I do, because I am trying to listen to ATC. Captain K, Peter King, can you see the livery? I can't hit ATC at all. There you go. I'm going to stay in here, guys, it's too loud.
And then Rush 4257 requesting lower. North Shuttle 4425, descent flight level 240, and contact
there we are.
Amsterdam approach 1212 Solar. 240 1212.
Poster, he called me, did he? Did I miss a call? I'll just see if he calls me again.
Echo, unfortunately, Echo reduced to minimum clean speed, please.
Did he definitely call? Yeah. Uh-oh. I haven't got a message, have I? I haven't had any messages from anyone. I'll see if he nudges me again. Is he definitely cool? Better confirm with him. Are you pulling my leg?
Maastricht radar, good evening, this is Olympic 900 with you on flight
410, flight deck to sim, can I download your livery? Yes you can, hold on.
900 Maastricht, radar, Kalispera identified.
Maastricht Control, good evening, KLM NA2, we are flight level 330, 10 miles inbound to Werla intersection.
Well, it should work. There it is.
Kilometer under 2, Maastricht, good evening. Identify, report Mach number. 0.78. KLM 8 under 2, roger, reduce speed, decimal 76 or less. Roger, 76 kilometer.
Josh, are your aileron inputs upon landing meant to be smooth? You use enough aileron to keep the wings level during the flare. So if you've got a crosswind, if you imagine you have a crosswind from the left, aircraft coming into it.
Alpha 5 Foxtrot, contact Bremen radar on frequency 123, decimal 925, goodbye.
Bremen 123, 925, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, choose. 1, 2, 3, 9.
All wings 2 Bravo Zulu, descent level 250 and contact Bremen on 123, 925, goodbye.
Yeah, imagine you have a crosswind landing, and as you use the rudder to counteract the crosswind, the wing that moves into wind moves forward, is moving faster over the wing that's downwind, and that causes a roll, so you have to maintain aileron into wind. I need to do a crosswind tutorial to kind of explain everything. What's good evening in German? Guten Abend. I always forget German. Quick, before I check in. Good.
So descent to flight level
German for good evening.
50, when passing flight level 2,
That's gonna go.
0,
Check.
0, speed 250 knots.
So when we get below flight level 200, we should have an upspeed. Guten Abend, thank you. Thanks, guys. He's busy. There's quite a few people checking it. It's just like real life. Brilliant. It's out quiet. Oops.
Ryanair 48 Tango Papa, contact Bremen radar 134 decimal 25.
13425, Ryanair 48 Tango Papa, cheers.
Your wings 2 Bravo
Trying to check in.
Bremen radar, good evening, descent flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, your wings 2 Bravo Zulu.
Raymond, guten Abend. It's Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, maintaining flight level 250 Soren, minimum clean.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Bremen radar, good evening, descent flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. 110
Jamok 33 direct Ripso.
is set and level change, and that is the restriction at Ribso to be at or below flight level 110, but I do anticipate we will need to hold here.
Private 15 Echo, contact Maastricht 133 decimal 95.
3395, 15 Echo, Echo, cheers.
Schönen Abend, ciao.
Down we go. Daniel Swift, you wanted to say 5 Lima Papa. Yeah, that was the call sign we used for the group flight.
Radar,
that was just random, by the way.
evening, Eurowings 8 Tango Echo with
My juice was perfect. That's the word only ever word I remember. Hello, ZIBO pilot. Guten Abend. Greetings from an old German friend. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream.
Don't have you on my radar.
I haven't heard from you in a very long time. You're right.
Swiss 851, you identified climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240.
Will 185, how's the flight been so far? Amusing. Amusing. We've had a lot of interesting donations come at inappropriate times. We've discovered this text-to-speech thing, so that's been fun. But so far, so good. We're now making our way to Hamburg in the descent.
105 climbing 150 und die Eurowings, die dich eben gerufen hat, ist wahrscheinlich Echo Golf Whiskey von Hilde.
Should get the weather actually, shouldn't I?
Still
can't.
Still
can't hear any weather. You shouldn't have to do that, but
9 Mike Hotel, direct Hotel Lima Zulu.
I shouldn't need to do this, but I'm just seeing if that triggers anything.
Alles klar, der war noch nicht eingetragen.
124325 is definitely the ATIS. And we should definitely be picking up from here, but no, not getting anything on box 2. Yeah, I'm
contact Bremen radar 134 decimal 25.
Not sure.
Bremen radar on 134.25. Thank you.
I'm not even getting it as a message on the X-Pilot thing either. When I tune the frequency, and it's definitely the right frequency. Maybe I need to. Oh yeah, duh. Still not hearing it though. It wasn't active though, so I would have definitely not heard it.
Good evening, Alpaca 621.
I don't know.
Speed, heading 040. Alpaca 621, Bremen radar, good evening, identified descent flight level 1.
Oh well, we've got the weather on our phone. The weather, as we know, is lovely. God, look at all the traffic coming into Hamburg. Insane. It's really busy in Hamburg on that sim. It's crazy. So yes, we are 8,500 feet high, but we can expect holding. We're due to be in Ribso in 3 minutes, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a nudge now, just to say, can we expect holding at Ribso? Just wait for the guy to read back. Listen, try tuning the 05 back and forth. What did I just knock?
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Tango, contact Langenräder 127.725. 127.725, Lufthansa 2 Alpha Tango, danke, tschüss.
Nah, it's not liking it.
Eurowings 8 Tango Echo Break.
I'm going to have to stick the hold in here, mate, because I've not heard anything from here. He said we can expect holding, but not been cleared on one. Bremen Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, can we expect holding at Ribso?
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, hold at Ribso and stop your descent, flight level 130.
Hold Ribso and stop descent, flight level 130, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So there we are. So my procedure, if we get a stop descent at my operator, we immediately push out hold, which will stop the aircraft from descending or climbing, select the new level, and then select level change. But yes, he has told us we can expect a hold at Ribso, so hold Ribso, and if you look here on the chart, you can see the hold is 028 right-hand turns, which is already programmed. Execute, and there we are. We'll hold for how long, I don't know, we'll see. We'll get an estimated approach time in a few minutes if it's looking really quiet, but fuel-wise, we've got loads of gas. Reserves were 2.1 tonne, we've got 3.5. So we can at least hold for 25 minutes before I'm going to start questioning what times the approach is going to be. So.
13905 Swiss 851, danke ebenso, ciao.
We can now bring
621, stop descent, flight level 140.
speed back to, we want a minimum clean, we'll go 205 knots.
Eurowings 2 Bravo Zulu, cross flight level 210. 2 Bravo Zulu, contact Bremen 136, decimal 675.
Rebecca, Captain, how did you get the Alpaca IATA code? Is there a real airline with the call sign Alpaca? Rebecca, we are in the members and stuff. We sort of have a virtual airline, and I think Richard, one of our members, officially registered VCP as an IATA code on VATSIM for our airline. So, and VCP is Latin. I can't remember the exact Latin word, but it kind of like represents the Latin word for alpaca, so that's why it was selected. And that's it, really.
Hang on. You can stay with me. Are you identified?
50, 40, 30.
Thank you very much to Quinton4146, who's just donated £1. Thank you. Just wondering how the Takeoff performance page is coming along in the ZIBO FB. Been anxiously waiting for it since the page was added, but it's still useless now. Quinton4146, I can't bring too much good news. It's still not implemented yet. I think it's quite complex, ZIBO too, and I know ZIBO is very, very busy and is in a country obviously affected by the coronavirus, so I think he's got other priorities right now, but I know it's in time he wants to have it developed, and as soon as it is available, I promise you we'll stream it, so we'll see that. Traffic holding below us. Oh look, it's that's the guy who flew over us earlier, isn't it? He's descended a lot quicker than we have. So look at this nice direct entry hold, straight in. Right over Ribso, we should make a right turn now. Just wait for the approach.
American 7, contact Bremen radar 136, decimal 675. 136, 675, okay.
Sweet.
Primo Radar, good evening, Condor 4, Charlie Echo.
No, I got sequenced immensely. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I guess you got shoved into the hold.
Hello, descent flight level 150. Descent flight level 150, Condor 4, Charlie Echo. Alpaca 621, proceed direct to Ripso and hold at Ripso.
It's nice to be back on Watson.
Alpaca 621.
Vivix Admire, I'm flying from Birmingham to Edinburgh. Fantastic. Is that will have to be with Logan now, I guess. Well, our good friends at Flybe obviously made redundant. And obviously all this as well. Selling chickens to flying alpacas. You've got a list of it.
Firebird 7 Charlie, flight level 312, inbound Mike India Charlie.
All face looking very nice.
Firebird 7 Charlie, contact.
Salomon, what did you miss about COVID-19? We just kind of a discussion of the impact on the industry myself, which thankfully, as of today, is none. I don't think I'll lose my job, but I can expect a significant reduction in work and periods of unpaid leave, which I accept is required in this situation. We'll see what happens. Over the River Elbe. You've got it, Blaine. Steve Warren, zoom level is 17. I have zoom level 17 for all of Europe installed at about 6-7 terabytes, and that's on a conventional hard drive.
Radar, good Abend, Scandinavian 125, passing flight level 80 for 150. Scandinavian 1248, Bremen Radar, hello, identified climb flight level 230.
Oh, is it? I actually don't even know what runways are used, so I never actually confirmed it. I guess it's runway 05. I hope it's runway 05, otherwise we're busy. They're expecting localizer 05, aren't we? Don't worry about that, that's just the way it holds. The chart's obviously not depicted as tight as that, but you can see we're still flying a very nice hold. Awesome. Robert Sinclair, you're entering the hold at flight level 140. I hope not, because I'm just about to pass through that flight level. Shouldn't be anyone at the same level in a hold.
Tango Echo, contact Bremen Radar 134.25.
Probably put the seatbelt sign on now. So I'd probably tell the cabin crew in reality, look, we could expect holding. We'd also get an estimated approach time as well at some point. And then the passengers, if it was a significant delay of more than, I'd say more than 10-15 minutes, I'd let them know. Otherwise, you want to concentrate in this critical phase of flight.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, contact Bremen Radar 134.25.
134.25, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, choose.
Station 61 Papa, contact Maastricht 133.95. 133.95,
That's me go.
Check. Bremen, good Abend. It's the Alpaca 5 Foxtrot descending flight level 130, holding Ripso.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Bremen Radar, hello, identified. Exit holding, present heading, and descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1026.
Exit hold present heading and descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1026, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So 5,000 feet is set, holding is cancelled, set QNH 1026, we're passing 13,600 for 5,000 feet, and we've got the standby altimeter is set. Now let's just route direct to Delta Hotel 215, we are under vectors, let's see where that puts us on the profile. About 2,000 feet high, we can deal with that. I'm going to now increase the speed to 220 knots and extend the speed brake. Listen, 80 is good tonight. I've been, every time I go on VATSIM, I'm thoroughly impressed by the realism, really. It's really, really good. So now we're being sequenced in, without listening to the 80s, which I hope I'll find post-stream how to work that. It's definitely the right frequency.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, just to confirm, you are at the moment minimum clean speed?
Yeah, we can reduce further. We're now reduced to minimum clean, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, yeah, reduce speed 220 knots indicated.
220 knots, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Cool. I did...
Alpaca 621,
Not necessarily naughty. Remember, the controller previously did say minimum clean, and I just went 220 just to fix the profile, but that's actually coming in quite nicely, so I'm going to slow the speed brake.
220 knots, Alpaca 621. Alpaca 61, just to confirm, descent first before slowdown. I'm already at 220 knots and descending to there's no
Don't worry, mate. It's very difficult. If he's slowing down and descending, it's very difficult to do both. Controllers generally want you to, if they descend you, to get you out the altitude, especially if there's traffic around. But if they want you to slow down as well, there's not much you can do about it. It's tricky. It's very efficient, clean aircraft. I don't know, I tuned the ATIS there, mini powers, but I didn't get any text or voice. 124, 325. This tuned, X-Pilot says it's there, but it's not coming. No idea. Right, do the post-cruise post-cruise checks now. So fuel, 4 pumps on, lights.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, delay vector, turn right, heading 1, correction, turn right, heading 100.
Right turn heading 100 degrees, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So all the way around. ZIBO mod's brilliant because even if you pass beyond 180 degrees, it will still continue the turn. ZIBO's even programmed that correctly. And we're just going to reduce the rate of descent now to around 750 feet per minute, because obviously this is going to put us low. So fuel, 4 pumps, lights are on, AP's off, pressurization 3.5 set, seatbelts on, recall, and we've got approximately 10 minutes to landing. I've thoroughly enjoyed this today, guys. Really, thank you so much for all your generosity as well. It's been really nice because it has been a pretty turbulent week, if I'm honest. But it's great to have you all here and supporting the stream. So, thank you very much. I hope hopefully you'll do a lot more. Like I said,
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, turn further right, heading 130.
further right, heading 130 degrees. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Like I said. If it's looking really quiet at work, and I'm meant to be working, I will try and stream where I can. I think the ATIS is 13232. Let's try that. I mean, it doesn't say that on the... Oh yeah, I can't tune that, but it should work anyway. It is 124325. Someone else said 12432. Again, I can't tune in between with the X there, but it's not working. AvGeek07, you just subbed. Why does it show up? I have it turned off for subscribers, just for donations and memberships. You get a little buzz. But thank you very much, AvGeek07. Welcome aboard as a subscriber. I'm glad you found us after all this time looking for the best flight sim live streamer. I know it takes time, but you found it. I don't know, to be fair, there's really some good streamers out there. I mean, I generally don't watch other streams, but occasionally I look at some other things, and there's guys that do have a real good gist of what's going on. I try to pretend. I try to pretend I look like I know what I'm doing. So quite low on now because of that orbit, but yeah, I mean vertical speed. 118.2, call sign only, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Thanks for the help. Bye bye.
Alpaca 621, turn left, heading 160.
Director.
Trail Europa 379.
Europa 379, descent 3000 feet.
3000 Europa 379.
I nearly said Alpaca Director there. It's a good job I didn't. Hamburg Director, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Hamburg Director, hello.
Perfect. Alpaca Director. Just imagine. I so nearly just said that. Engage brain before mouth. That's a really important thing to remember if you ever find yourself flying an aeroplane.
Europa 379, turn right, heading 290.
290, Europa 379. Scandinavian 647, passing localizer. Cleared from, shit, my bad. Turn right.
Kinda like that.
420,
Hamburg flight Foxtrot. Oh dear. Right, we'll do the approach checklist shortly.
Left heading 020, clear ILS 05.
Oh, it's ILS 05, guys. Oh. Well, it's up to you. We can still do the localizer. We've got the frequency tuned, so we're all good.
Say again for Bravo Zulu? Negative, just hello.
Oh, Timothy Waters, thank you very much for the donation there. 10 quid, thank you indeed. Tim, one of my long time members as well. He said, happy landings, put this towards the two pull off. Alright, Tim, I think I know what we're doing this weekend then. Thanks a lot for the donation.
40, 30,
126.85.
Thanks a lot.
126.85, bye. Bye.
Director Alpaca, hello.
Turn right, heading 330.
330 by 379.
Right, well, if we're going to do the localizer.
Alpaca 5, Foxtrot, turn left, heading 080.
Ah! Left heading 080 degrees, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Nearly got my ears bled out. Right, we can now go level change.
Alpaca 621.
Yeah, we'll do the localizer approach then. We'll just use VNAV. We've got the minimum set. In reality, I'll just wind up the ILS minimums and go from there. But you did clear someone for the ILS. So about 400 feet high, that's fine. Just use flaps a little bit earlier, but we'd be told to maintain 220 knots.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, descend 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So 4,000 feet set, and we've checked that. We've got tower 126850.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot on heading 080, cleared ILS runway 05.
On its heading cleared ILS 05, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Right, cool, we've been cleared for the ILS approach. I had advised that we're flying the localizer approach. In reality, it won't make much difference, so we're only going to arm Vorlock, and then what I'm actually going to do is extend the centre line.
American 7, speed 180.
So we can get rid of these charts now. And we've got 048 as the final approach track. So what I'm just doing here,
160 knots, still 40 ME.
that gives us a long magenta line for the aircraft to intercept. Now you can use Vorlock or LNAV, it's up to you. Vorlock's going to be far more accurate because it's using an external beacon, and then we'll use VNAV.
Heading 140.
For some reason, there's a slight discrepancy between the glide slope and the VNAV profile. I'd expect that to be exactly on top of each other. That shouldn't be that low. So localizer, live localizer capture, runway heading 048 is set. We have been cleared ILS. I could simply arm approach, but we'll keep to this as localizer. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. We've got 536 people watching. No doubt I don't have those 536 likes. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. Right, I think we need to start saying out flaps 1. So we have been cleared ILS. Obviously pitching up here is going to put me a little bit high.
1,000 to go.
And because we're now established on the localizer, we have been cleared at ILS, I am going to step down to 3,000. There's flap 1, I'm going to go flap 5. It's going to put us a little bit higher as we slow down, but I'll call localizer established. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot localizer established for ILS 05.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, roger.
There we are, so speed brake flap 5, nice draggy configuration to get back onto the profile.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, maintain speed 160 knots until 4 DME, contact tower 12685, bye bye.
160 till 4 DME, tower 126.85, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, choose. So that's working out quite nicely. The VNAV profile's going, so that's approaching descent. We can now select 600 feet and select VNAV, and speed is windows open. It's going to do a little dirty dive for us, but I've got the speed brake out with 180 knots. We're looking okay. I'm just going to pre-tune ground as well before it gets really busy.
50,
Thank
40,
you very much. That is
30,
standby.
20, 10.
I think that's Tom coming in with 50 Norwegian kroner. Thank you very much for the donation there. Here's a donation for a new chicken apron and a hat. I'll need it. Thank you very much for the donation there, Tom. Right, there's the final approach fix. 2,900 feet now. And no flags, checks no flags. Flaps 10. Did I check in?
3667.
I don't think I did. I'll just check in. Did I check in, guys, quick? I don't think I did. Hamburg Tower, hello, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Establish localizer approach runway 05. Uh-oh.
Again 379er, vacate via Delta 8.
Vacate via Delta, Europa
I can't hear anything. Nope, didn't check in. I did check in there, but he didn't hear me. A Hamburg Tower, hello, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, establish localizer approach runway 05.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Hamburg Tower, good day, number 3, wind check 330 degrees, 5 knots.
Cool, we have checked in now, excellent. Right, so we're all looking good. Got no DME here, shouldn't check. Yeah, no, it's just localizer only, so distance is based off...
2728, you should be on radar frequency 134.
I'm gonna configure now, guys. I think it's gonna get busy. Gear down, flap 15, match speed. Landing checklist to flaps. Start switches continuous. Recall check. Speed brake. All green light. Landing gear.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, 1 departure ahead. Expect late clearance.
Reducing to final approach speed. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, and we can now select flap 30. So flaps got 30 green light, just holding on the landing lights for our landing clearance. We can expect a late landing clearance. Remember the standard missed approach, guys. If we have to go around, it'll be climb straight ahead to the Hamburg VOR right turn, kind of 4,000. So missed approach altitude can come in now. 4,000 feet set. So we're following the VNAV path profile. Let's put this a little bit low. So what I'm actually going to do is disconnect. And because those flight directors are not particularly accurate, I'm actually going to get rid of them.
Europa 379, please continue taxi.
Oh dear, pandemonium down in Hamburg today. Right, we disconnected. So a bit low, 3 reds here.
Contact apron frequency 121.7.
121.7 for apron.
Little crossing from the left. Oh, shit, my rudder's in bad position here.
Takeoff due to traffic.
Oh no! Rejected takeoff! No.
Approaching 0.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Approaching minimums.
I can't see anyone on the runway.
1 Mike Alpha.
What's he doing?
Oh man.
Minimums.
Continue.
Sorry for that. We can take runway 05 as taxiway for a short moment.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Well, I can offer you
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, go around. I say again, go around, fly runway heading, and continue radar frequency 136.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll need to take the frequency going around. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, stand by. You shouldn't give me all that instruction. Go around. Flap 15. Set go around thrust. Pause ready, climb gear up.
Continue, we'll call you.
400 feet, heading select. Lovely ZIBO, lovely. So the freight here, if you go around manual thrust, you have to set the thrust manually. Flat 5.
I can follow
Trim. Oh, it's the ZIBO mod, you are so good. I'm having to trim the nose down lows, just like the real aircraft. You really have to trim.
1217, Lufthansa 1 Mega Alpha, alles klar, bis gleich.
I think there's been a pandemonium there. ZIBO, you're an absolute legend. Like this is just, oh, so nice. Just going to take a bit of thrust off there, just to reduce the climb, but not that much. There we go, flaps up. Oh, flaps 1, sorry, I was a bit early there. And fly this manually up to 4,000 feet. Okay, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, safe to go around. Could you just confirm the frequency?
Yeah, 136.67.
136.67, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Talk to you shortly. Alright, so we're just going to level off, fly the airplane first. We're going to maintain runway heading. but the go-around has been flawless. The way it worked, 2229, it's just exactly as it should be. It's really, really good there. Not sure what was going on in Hamburg. Let's have a look at the fuel. We've got enough for another approach. Right, there we are, level. Command A, order throttle engaged, after takeoff and checklist. So gear up and off, leave the order brake where it is, because you're about to do another approach. Air conditioning and pressurization, you then set. And yeah, let's contact 13425. This is fun. No, 13667. Let's get the frequencies right. Cool. Radar, hello, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. It's missed approach runway 05, maintaining runway heading 4,000 feet.
Hello, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, you are identified. Make a right turn heading 180.
Heading 180 degrees, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Cool. So, going around, notify the cabin crew, they want to know what's going on. Just, yeah, go around, because we won't get a landing clearance. And then a PA to the passengers, ladies and gentlemen, flight deck captain speaking. Just had to fly, missed approach due to lack of experienced pilots blocking the runway. We're going to be landing in approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Stand by. Speed brake, yes, you can disarm it. It's not extended, it's only armed, but yeah, you can just give it a little tap look to disarm it.
Not more than 220 knots, please.
Max speed 220, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot.
Thank you. I'll try to get you back into the queue, but there might be some delay.
Okay, that's fine. We have about 20 minutes fuel required before we need to divert. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot.
Okay, thank you. I would say from now on you have about 40 track miles to touchdown.
Okay, that's fine. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, thank you.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, turn right heading 225.
Right heading 225 degrees, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. There we are. Yeah, so everyone's informed what we're doing. I'd have to write a ASR to my company, safety report, just to say why you went around. It's just for more for statistical purposes. But yes, go around is always adventurous. But no, the ZIBO mod absolutely beautifully works. The way the Mr. Roach went with the auto throttle disengaged. Really, really good.
Hello, you identified. Information is Mike. Expect the RLS approach runway 05. There will be some delay.
Thank you very much, Goose Boys. Just donated $4.99. Appreciate that. Overtime. Hope all is well. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that donation. Glad you're enjoying the content and the missed approach flown in Hamburg. I better make a shout to Marietta soon to say I'm sorry I'm late for supper. Cool. Right, anyway, yes, sorry, I need to select the approach in the FMC. So departure arrivals, so 5 executes. We'll just, at this stage, route director Annexi. And then, going to be to the north of Annexi. Let's make that point.
Descending flight level 160, information Mike. Lufthansa 369, do not identified. Information Mike is correct.
Is 048-90.
And when you add level 130.
Where's my calculator? I'm doing some quick maths here. What's 270 plus 48? I can't do that in my head. 318. So I need 318.
Reaching 130, then reducing speed
and then minus 180, 138. Right, I'm just making a little point here for me.
3762, turn left 3280, descend to altitude 6000 feet, 1026.
Slash 4.
Left 280, descend 6000, 1026.
Execute. We should have a point right in front of us now, haven't we? Yeah, look at that. It's just some stuff you can't teach, guys. Just made a waypoint just there, look.
Hello, you identified. Information Mike.
Cool.
For the island 05, there will be some delay with the
David Larson, thanks again for donating 50 Swedish krona. You often donate and contribute, thank you very much. This was both entertaining and educating. Grease it, thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed the content. I'm just trying to work out where we are in the sequence, but 40 track miles, that's okay. That's where we want to be.
0-9, Foxtrot Lima, turn right heading 040. Roger, make a right, 040 degrees.
Bjorn Evan, well spotted. I haven't enabled the flight director.
Foxtrot, report your call sign only to director 118.2.
118.2, call sign only, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, bye.
Flight
directors are back on. Because I recycled them, so you can see, look, flight directors are on in this case. If I'd left them off, we would get toga guidance, but at out quiet I would have lost the flight directors, but because I cycled them back on, they are there. Right. Hamburg director, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Hamburg Director, hello again. 2Jet 778, descend 3000 feet.
Descend 3000, 2Jet 778.
2Jet 778, turn right, heading 020.
So hopefully, no more chaos. Fuel situation then, 2.9. We could go around again and make a third approach, but after that I'd really be like, guys, we need to commit to land now in Hamburg, otherwise we need to go to Bremen. So hopefully they'll secret this a little bit better. We'll do an ILS approach this time as well, just to make it a little bit easier. So we'll just set the minimums for that. 239.
Lufthansa 86, speed 160 knots.
There we are.
160 knots, Lufthansa 86.
Alpaca, did I say Alpaca Director? No, I didn't. I nearly did. Oh, surely not Todd. I nearly did. I think I said Hamburg Director. Cool.
2Jet 778, due to the wind, I think it looks like a little bit to the right of an XC. Is that heading fine for you to establish?
Affirmative.
Look at this, looks really cool. Lovely evening in Hamburg as well. Obviously, you know I'm not running the sim live time. I'm running 12 hours behind.
Established on localizer, Lufthansa 86.
Lufthansa 86, roger, I call you back.
And I didn't tell. Thank God for that. Cool. So it looks like we're going to be slotted in behind this chap. Behind a Lufthansa.
778, speed 160 knots.
Speed 160 to Jet 778.
I think that's some military airport. This is.
KLM66 Charlie, number 2.
Oh. Okay. That's a little bit sensitive. Airport on the right is the Airbus factory. I did not know that.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, speed 180 knots.
180 knots, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Okay, there's the up speed. Never bug below your flap speed until you select the flaps. So there we go. And now we can select flap 1. And that happens just to be 180 knots. And our weight today, excellent.
Bye-bye.
Speed is 160 knots until 4 DME protecting tower, by Lufthansa 86.
Sure. KLM66 Charlie, turn left.
How many people are watching now? You're getting a steady increase of viewers. 573 if you just joined. Welcome on board. This is our downwind in Hamburg after our missed approach due to a few issues on the ground. As Paul F has just said, hit the thumbs up if you like the content. Smash the thumbs up, and then don't forget to subscribe as well to stay up to date with the latest Flight Deck to Sim content. No doubts, I'll be grounded or less flying to come in the next month or so, so I'll be streaming a lot more often. So if you subscribe, you'll hopefully keep up to date with when I'll be streaming. Oh, we're going really far downwind. Might as well go back to Belfast on this heading.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, turn right, heading 020, cleared ILS runway 05.
Riding 020 degrees on that heading, cleared ILS 05, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. No, we won't end up in Belfast if we keep going south. That's my poor geography there. We'll hit some hills. Right, anyway. Attempt number 2.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, speed, or descend 3000 feet.
Descend 3,000 feet to Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So 3,000 feet is set.
Charlie, descend 4,000 feet.
Let's just go vertical speed.
4,000 feet, KLM66 Charlie.
Final approach track is 048.
05 or 278.
778, affirm, cleared ILS runway 05.
Cleared ILS 05 to Jet 778.
1,000 to go.
Check. So still quite a way out. So we'll just do a gentle 500 feet per minute descent. ATC sort of expects you to do a minimum of 500 feet per minute. Any less, they'll start getting a bit cross.
Jet 778, you're 4 miles in front of medium.
Brian Kruger, how many go-rounds have you had from ATC? Well, I've only had... Oh, I can count the amount of go-rounds I've had in one hand, and none of them have been by ATC or a mistake they've done. It's usually been weather-related or something like that. But yeah, they happen. Just have to. We always brief to a go-round, so we know it anyway. Tom Gibby, if you're grounded, is there not an opportunity to do SFI duty again if the sim's at work? Well, there's only need for recurrency training, and my operator has cancelled any upcoming courses for anyone about to join, which is, you know, I understand fully where they're coming from. But yeah, it's challenging times at the moment, really. Madge, have you ever had any failures in real life? Yeah, I've had the odd technical issue. Nothing that's forced a mayday. I've never declared mayday. I'm very close to being calling a pan, but not mayday. No serious issues. No, we're getting there, guys. So much for continuous descent. The mod there's bit out quite early. It wouldn't usually do that. It looks at your closure rate. At 500 feet per minute, we'd only get out acquire at about 3,050. A little bit early there, but it doesn't make much difference.
F020 cleared runway 05, KLM 66 Morning.
Oh, hopefully we'll get. Look, we're about to hit 600 viewers. That's cool.
Morning.
Alarm approach now. Fingers crossed we can get in this time, because we're getting down to 3 tons. Thank goodness I put that extra 30 minutes of fuel on. We've used every single bit of it. Runway headings 048 and the missed approach altitude 4,000 feet is set. Flat 5. 162 4 will no doubt be told in a second, so we'll bug that. Oh, sorry guys.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, speed 160 until 4 dB, contact tower 12685.
160 till 4 and 126.85, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Thanks for your help, bye.
Bye bye.
Cool, and the ground frequency.
Lufthansa 86 contact, April frequency 121.7%.
1217, Lufthansa 86.
There we go.
Jet 778, if possible, expedite vacating.
Yes, get out of the way.
Moving 49 on Bravo, prepare for immediate departure.
Oh, uh-oh.
Prepare, we're ready for immediate departure, 49, Eurowings 49 November.
Hamburg Tower, hello again. Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, ILS 05, just approaching 4 dB.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Hamburg Tower, good day, number 2, wind check 320 degrees, 5 knots.
Cool. Right, so in number 2, there's a departure. There's a 2E on approach. Oh, it looks like so long as he vacates, please, 2E77 Bravo, expeditiously, we should be completely fine. And I wish I did have that super zoom in vision with my real eyesight.
Hamburg Tower, this is Lufthansa 7 Aldergrove, nearly reaching Bravo 44.
Right, go down. Flat 15, match speed. Landing check flaps. Oops, I left the start switches to continuous because I never actually completed the after takeoff checklist. So, start switches continuous, recall check, speed brakes on green lights. Landing gear down 3 green, order brakes set to 2, flat 30. There's the flaps, 30. 30, green light. Just holding for our landing clearance again. Let's see what happens this time round.
Tower morning, Lufthansa Lima Golf at holding point Bravo 4, ready for departure.
You stay there.
Eurowings 49 on November, wind 320 degrees, 5 knots, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, go from 933, Eurowings 49.
Cleared for takeoff, runway...
Jet 778,
What?
welcome, continue taxi via Delta 1, hold short.
Oh, he's taking off... What? Who's taking off? From where? Runway 33?
Lufthansa 1 Lima Golf behind the boarding aircraft, Airbus A320, line up runway 33 and wait behind.
So hopefully he's going to be really tight. I mean, I hope he's rolling like now. He's taking off at runway 33.
Approaching.
Alright, well, I guess I have to vacate by that point.
Aircraft, Airbus A321 to holding point, line up runway 33 and wait. To holding point, runway 33, so rum.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm trying to build a picture, but it's quite hard to.
Roger.
There he is. He's just rolled past. We're fine.
Company aircraft and
500 continue. We're stable.
Papa 5 Foxtrot, wind 320 degrees, 5 knots, 05, clear to land.
Runway 05 clear to land, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. Lights are on, checks complete. Here we go, boys. So long as I don't screw it up, we are landing.
Contact April, frequency 121.7%.
Check.
33 continue moved, and other side 121.7, 278, danke.
Minimum.
Continue. Here we are.
66 Charlie, Hamburg Tower, good day, number 2.
Check. Close. Hold the attitude. Oh, let's give a little butter. Oh, what? Minus 203. Pfft, never mind. Right, speed brakes up, idle reverse. I'm gonna brake manually here because I floated a little bit. That was not great. We'll take it. 100 knots.
80 knots.
80 knots, we'll let it roll. And we'll plan to vacate at... Oh, I can't even see on the charts. Delta 8.
50, 40, 30.
Here's Delta
20,
8.
10.
Thank you very much, whoever it is. Just give me 2 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hamburg. Flaps are up.
Lufthansa 1 Lima Golf, wind 320 degrees, 5 knots, runway 33 clear for takeoff.
We'll just have to hold here. Look, don't carry on taxiing, otherwise you're going to enter active runway.
Lufthansa 1 Lima Golf.
KLM 66 Charlie, 1 departure ahead, expect late clearance.
Because if I enter this, that's a runway bust and I'm in big trouble.
Bravo 5 Foxtrot, continue taxiing via Delta 1, hold short of runway 33.
Taxiing, holding short Delta 1, runway 33, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So we're just going to hold it. It's super busy here, so parking brake is set, and that gives us an opportunity to do the clean up. So transponder out off, order brake to off, flight directors come off there, 4,100, 100 knots. That can come off. Steady probes as well. And the weather radar. It's much easier when you're not having to taxi. So yes, we can't cross at the moment because there's aircraft taking off from runway 33, so hopefully it'll give us our clearance soon.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, cross runway 23 on the other side, contact apron 121.7.
Contact 1217, and can you just confirm we can cross 33?
Affirmative.
Crossing 33 and 1217, thanks for help, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So we can now clear to cross, so confirm, clear to cross Delta 1, 1533, check left and right, and then we are cleared, so we can now contact apron control.
Approaching 33.
Check. Hamburg, apron control, good evening, Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, crossing 1533 at Delta 1.
Alpaca 5 Foxtrot, Hamburg apron, very good evening. Taxi to gate 02 Bravo via Zulu 5 and Zulu 4.
And cleared to taxi gate 02 via Bravo Zulu 5 Zulu 4 Alpaca 5 Foxtrot. So Zulu 5 is this right? And then the next left is Zulu 4 because I'm looking at the chart right in front of me, guys. Super busy here. Look at this, awesome. And next left is Zulu 4. And then we'll get the APU started and it's stand 02 Bravo.
Contact Tower 1 2.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that, guys.
Ground, good evening, KLM 66 Charlie, Alpha 4.
Let's get the APU booted up. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome flight. That's one of the best best massive flights I've ever had. Really, really, really nice.
Taxi to gate 03 Bravo via...
Oh, look at that. There's our colleague, Alpaca 61. Is that you, Dougal? I can't remember, but if it is, good to see you here. I'm trying to find my stand.
03 Bravo via Zulu 1.
I think it's right in front of us, isn't it? Well, we'll just take this one anyway. Yeah, 02 Charlie. That will do. He did say 02 Bravo, I think, but yeah, I mean, I'm very, very sure it's
50, 40,
that one.
30, 20.
Charlie,
Thank you very much, Blue Nexus, for the donation there. £2. I'm going to head off later. Good luck with it. Well, thank you very much, Blue Nexus, for all your support. And 2 donations. One first generous one, then a second one to fire off the Microsoft Dan, or whatever her name is, and then again there. That's very kind, Blue Nexus. Lots of support today, so I appreciate that. And have a great evening. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Right, I'm pretty confident this is the stand we want. I wouldn't be that blasé in reality, but we'll take it. It's 02 something. I think it's Bravo 2 Charlie. Oh, crikey. Oh, that... Too far. I'm braking though. Oh dear. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I've slightly overshot the stand, but for some reason it stopped working. I have no idea. Right. Parking brake is set. APU's on the bus. 2 blues, 1 red. Engines are dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hamburg. Local time in the sim. 08:30 in the morning. 20:30 here in the evening live time. And yeah, that was absolutely wicked. What an awesome flight that was. Really enjoyed it. We'll turn the anti-collision light off as well. And here we are on the stand. I'm not sure if we've got the interactive air bridges here or not, but that's certainly not coming towards us at the moment. But yes, nice to see a colleague of ours here. In Alpaca 621, I think that's Dougal. We've got a TUI Fly EasyJet. Very busy. Look, KLM. What have we got here? Ooh, is that some sort of German political or military aircraft? Not sure. But yeah, right in the heart of Germany. Very good ATC throughout. It was absolutely fantastic. But on that note, I will take the opportunity to disconnect from VATSIM. Nice not to have any issues, but great, brilliant. Thank you very much, guys. What can I say? Today was really nice stream, and firstly I just want to say thank you for everyone that donated. There was a lot of donations coming in at one point. Very generous, not needed at all. Thank you for all the messages I got outside the stream regarding my employment. As I've said, if you just joined in now, I'm in a good position. I don't know what's going to happen, of course, but my employer is looking to avoid redundancies, and I'm looking to hopefully fly a little bit in the next couple of months or so. We'll see what happens, but like all of you, I'm sure, in the stream, we all have our own problems, and I hope you're all dealing with it very well. Let's hope the coronavirus gets on with itself, clears off, and we can carry on with our lives normally. But I'll be here for you, for your entertainment, as we all self-isolate or desocialise, or whatever they're calling it. We'll try and get as many streams done as possible, of course. Right, anyway, I think it needs our usual post replay, so let's now cue the music. There we go. Not the most butteriest of landings that we can actually usually pull off, but acceptable in the circumstances. Workload obviously a little bit higher than I wanted it with the go around, but let's actually have a look at how that looked from the threshold of runway 05 there. So let's have a look there. Brian Kruger, can you see the go around? I'll try. I don't know if the PC will have it. We'll have a look. It usually doesn't like being positioned all the way around like that for the replay. But no, I just held the attitude. You see how I didn't let it float too much? I just held the attitude, let it plonk down. Sort of acceptable. Brian, I think I'll skip on holding the go around, just because I certainly know it causes X-Plane to crash if you do the replay too far back. There we go. I flared a little bit too high there. We touched down in the touchdown zone, which is obviously the most important thing. We've got a view from the tower. We do. Let's do one more from here. Oh, not the best, unfortunately. Well, I don't know how to really fix that, but look at all the houses there. Look at all the Autojet scenery, looking good. Can't see the edges too well, but no, certainly Water Tower, I think. He'd go, yeah, that's Alpaca Airways. Oh yes, another hard landing. But in a touchdown zone, as I said, that's the most important thing. Awesome stuff, guys. Right, what I'll do, I'll put you in the wing view for the landing replay and the landing rollout. So again, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who became a member today. I'll catch up with you in Discord for the next few hours or so. Thank you again for everyone that donated today. Now I've obviously discovered this text-to-speech. No doubt you guys will have a bit more fun with that in the future if you're feeling generous. But we'll see what happens in the next few days, and I'll keep you all up to date where I can on social media. And yes, I will hopefully have something for you this weekend. Keep your eyes peeled. On Saturday or Sunday, I'll no doubt stream. Who knows? I think the Tupolev might be coming. I need to purchase it and have some practice first, but we'll see what we can do. Guys, thank you very much. Stay safe as well in these crazy times. I think we all need to do what has to be done and stay at home, be safe. But yeah, thank you very much. That's all I can say. And have a great evening or morning wherever you are, and I'll see you all soon. Take care for now.